Right, what is up, girls and guys? Let's take a look what we've got going on. So I think the audio is about right, looking good. So what we're going to do is start with StarRupture. It's actually spelt with U's. I thought it was Raptor, but it's not. We're going to do that one first, just because if we get it out of the way for like an hour playtest, first impressions, it might be something we come back and revisit. It might be something we want to see, at a later date. But it's not the main feature today. Today is No Man's Sky, so I just want to fire that up. Get a big chunk of that done because that is a more large scale game to cover. So I think StarRupture within the first sort of hour, maybe hour and a half, we've probably seen everything we need to see as far as how the game is going to progress. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm just firing it up for you guys. Grab you a picture and we'll do that one for the first half of the stream, and then we'll do No Man's Sky for a little bit more than the second half, maybe 3 hours. No real time limit. Okay, cool. So this one is Unreal 5, I believe. We're gonna have to mess around with the settings at the beginning just to get it smooth. There we go. You never know, it might be kind on us. Right, good stuff. Oh, it's nippy in the UK today. I wasn't expecting it to be so cold. It's almost back to house glove weathers. Okay, we've got shaders. Well, I suppose I could go ahead and do an intro while we're waiting for the shaders to catch. How long is that going to take? Probably about 2 minutes. Let's have a look. Bring up Steam. There we go. Yeah, let's go ahead and run an intro on this one. Alright guys, thank you for joining me today. Today we are checking out StarRupture. It's pronounced Rapture as in the Rapture, okay, not Raptor as in the Raptor. Rapture is a first-person open world base building, space investigating, creature killing, combat action game with tons of exploration and a bunch of cool visual sound effects, all of the stuff that combines into sort of giving you the vibe that you are in giving you the vibe that you are in space. I haven't had a drink today, so I'm a little bit like, not bothered. It says play alone or play in a group. Okay, cool. So it's got ever-changing cities and planets. As you play, they evolve, more interesting things to find and do. Apparently, the game has released with very positive reviews, over 4,000 people. Can't be wrong, right? Come out in 2026. Oh, damn. Okay, so it's a brand new game. Okay, so come out in 2026. So we are on the cusp of that one. It's by Creepy Jar, which are a brand new company to me. It's in early access right now, so we will be judging it as it is out for release and has a price tag of $15. $15 is a very low buy-in for me. I always let a few things slip when it comes to a $15 or $10 game. Single player, co-op, cloud saving, family sharing, all that good stuff. No controller support from what I can see, but it is compatible with the Steam Deck and also Linux, which is a weird one because if it had no controller support, they maybe just haven't put the category up yet. It has only been out for about a month or so. Now, the worrying thing is there is a supporter pack, but it is only $3, so don't jump down their throats. $3 supporter pack is fine. If I enjoy the game, I'll probably go ahead and purchase that myself. Let's take a look at the buy-in for your system, because this is an important one, being it's Unreal 5. We do need to find out the ins and outs. Okay, so it's requiring 16 gig RAM, which is more than fair, 8 gig graphics card, which is again more than fair. And I think that's moving forward. I think that's going to be the gold standard for the next couple of years. I don't think many people are going to have the high-end systems unless they obviously video edit or create 3D models. They're probably not going to bother. So I would say that most gamers are on 6-core processor. You can correct me if I'm wrong. You're probably on something around the 3060 to 4070 mark. If you're using NVIDIA, if you're using AMD, you're probably on a 7600 to like a, I would even go as far to say a, what's the one I just got? So you're probably on a 6070 or 6060 XT. So somewhere between that range, and you're probably running about 16 gig on your board. So that's about right. I think that is where we want to be. It says Ryzen 5 for 3600, which I think is I think that's a 6 core. I might be wrong. It could even be a 4 core. So yeah, very low buy-in for this one, being that it came out this year, which is really interesting to see developers not pushing those max settings in Unreal 5 anymore, which is great. You know, we don't want to see 32 gig RAM requirements and 16 gig RAM graphics cards at the moment when the shortage is happening and all this horribleness to the PC genre. Okay, so let's jump in and take a look what we've got settings wise. We've got windowed mode. If we drop the res, I can just drag it to the second screen. Frame rate will drop down to just below 100 as it's on early access. 120 will do us. DLS shizzle can come off. We'll use built-in. I like the sound of that. 3D resolution quality. What we got? Epic. Oh, native. Okay, we'll do native. Upscaling sharpness at 10%. We'll see how we get on with these, and then we'll adjust as we go. Frame generation. Hell no. Global illuminations. Reflections. We can turn these down. Again, because it's early access, we don't want to have any crashes or anything. We're going to go with TAA, which I absolutely advocate for. And we're going to go probably high and see how demanding that is. Again, it's not a real accurate, when they just say high in Epic, it's not a real accurate marker for what this game will look like. So we'll go with Epic textures. And being that the whole game only requires an 8 gig graphics card, we should get away with that, right? Landscape Epic. So is that the geometry? That's the geometry and gravel. We'll keep that high. We'll go with high effects, and post-processing is fine where it is. Motion blur is off, I think. Why do they reverse on and off? So it is off. Okay, good. Okay, basic frame rate. So this is when we're not on battery. So I'll always put it at 120. Menu, we can go down to 60. And then frame rate in the background, I also think 60 is fair. And bosh. So there's my settings. We'll drag it across, pop it up. And it's working pretty sweet. We'll go for that sweet spot of border, windowed full screen, or we'll go for... The only way I can get it back to 1080 is by doing this. So that's going to have to be the one. Maybe turn gamma up a little piece. Maybe just have a little bit more brightness to it. Audio, music down. Although I do like spacey music. Interface, dialogue, ambience. Okay, good. And you can have it in surround sound if you want it. Mouse and keyboard feels about right, other than toggle. I like my toggles. That's about it. Do you want to confirm? Unsave. Yeah, of course. Okay, good. Right, we're ready to go. So we've done the intro and we are ready to jump in. So enjoy yourselves, get yourself a brewski, put your feet up, and let's go. Bosh. Okay, so we've got join game, load game, and we've got new game. So we're just going to go with that one. My session name will be, let's call it the stream team, just because it's going to be a practice first impressions. And then if I like the game, I'm going to come back and we're going to be able to do a series of this one. So friends only, of course, and custom game. No, skip tutorial. I don't seem to have a choice in that. Here we go. Oh. So I hope we're all doing good. I want to thank everybody who has subscribed and joined my YouTube channel. I greatly appreciate you all. And if you are over on the Twitch side of things, you know, greatly appreciate you too. No sort of for and against on either. I do find that Twitch has really good online functionalities and live streaming, but I do find that YouTube is a better watching experience. So that's why we create the videos over on Twitch and then we sort of edit them down into bite-sized chunks for YouTube. Well, we did just hit 7K, so I am greatly, and it will fluctuate, but I'm greatly appreciative of that. We are edging towards that 10K goal that I set probably a year ago. So I said we can do it within 2 years. That's what I plan to do. Hopefully we can do it. We've got biologist, scientist, engineer, or a soldier. Well, the soldier's good at combat, but he's not as good at crafting, and scientist will probably learn stuff quicker. And then engineer, I'm just going to assume that they have Drugs, materials. Yeah, so it's basically going to be... I think I'm just going to go soldier. It's the basic dude. This guy looks very intelligent, though. I mean, it's very generic characters. Let's go with a soldier. Okay, I was not expecting that. Instant loading right there. No loading time whatsoever. We are in. And I'm getting Halo vibes already. Okay, use personal storage. What we got?
S8466. Welcome to Arcadia 7.
What's that?
You've chosen to skip the
Survival
recommended
food.
onboarding training. At the Claywood Corporation, we value that kind of confidence. I'm looking forward to working with you.
Regeneration chamber. So we can switch character at any time by the looks of it. That's nice. Okay, so we're not wrapped into being a soldier. And I'm guessing we can also drop our friends out of these pods. What's this one here? So we've got a basic item printing. That looks like we can make building materials quite easily there. So we'll go do some gathering. Got the mainframe.
Testing. What was that?
Ah, Bubs is awake. Welcome, Bubs.
It's only PO212, one of your colleagues. You're connected via audio, even when they're not currently active.
When they're not active?
Okay, let's take a look.
Can't go on for too long without stimulation.
You know what?
When
Like,
sleeves are
it's
sleeping in
nice.
the
It is
regeneration
nice.
chamber,
I'm going to sort my colour on my camera out real quick because that seems a bit off. I seem a bit red today, like maybe because that light's not on. Let's go with filters. We're gonna. That's a bit better. A little bit more plain Jane, and then maybe a little bit brighter. Maybe that is the problem. Maybe it's too bright. About there, I think, is better. Yeah, it's okay. Visually, I mean, yeah, it's the fact it loaded so quick as well is really impressive. I've got just above system specs, so let's say double of everything, and it's running really smooth. Getting about 70 frames to 80 frames fluctuating right now. It seems like we have an energy bar, but it does replenish, so stamina as such. And we've got lasers. What does this do? We can't break the rock. Okay. Okay, that's just waypoint in the middle. So these buttons are very much, if you've ever played a first-person shooter, team-based shooter, you're pretty much already there. You know, the controls are exactly the same as anything you would expect. Do we have a double jump and a boost? Ooh, hang on, we have something. We have the double jump but no boost. Maybe if I hold it. No, there's no float to the ground. Again, I do like that in space games. It makes you feel like you have some sort of, you know, anti-gravity, you know, jetpack. It's just a nice feeling. Look at this grass. Okay. And I think we've got this set to the highest settings. Let's take a look. Building drone button. Here we go. But yeah, I've turned VSync off, so you might get some screen tearing. If you see any screen tearing, let me know and I'll put that on. But I didn't want to lock myself to 60 frames. Upscaling method built in. I suppose if I do that, it just solves the problem before it happens, don't it? 3D resolution is native. I think native is the same as quality. I can't really see a difference in the background there change. Built in, good stuff, good stuff. Ah, here we go. So maybe we could make it a bit more atmospheric. But no, it looks pretty good. Oh, foliage, here we go. Maybe if I put epic foliage, you just see it flicker and change. Landscape tessellation, that's experimental. We'll leave that alone in early access. Landscape epic. Yeah, so that's the one I put on epic, but then it also says landscape quality. So they're two separate settings, which is probably why... Yeah, I mean, it doesn't make much difference. It still looks just as good in my opinion. And we haven't dropped any frames, so good stuff. Right, level up to my movement. Oh, it's one of those. Okay, I really like these. I like games that just reward you for progressing. Just having a look around, just investigating. When they have that system, everything you do feels like you're always going forward. So even if you do something where you might get oofed, or you might like spend an hour just digging rocks, you're going to level up your crafting, you're going to level up your gathering skills. I love it when games do that. It's an MMO trait that they've sort of pushed into mainstream, and I really like it. I think it just makes a little bit more, it just makes the games feel a little bit more interesting, you know, as you play. Okay, so do we have tasks? Like, what is the point in us doing this? Have a look. Weapons, skills. Ooh. Okay, so it looks like the skill tree that is linked to that is going to be 10, 25, 40, 65, 85, and 100. So top tier is 100 on each character, and there's 4 characters. So it's essentially a possible 400 if you're going to replay all of those characters. It says use the lem station to insert the lems. Now I'm not sure what a lem is because it didn't give me an option to do the tutorial. Maybe I clicked the wrong option, who knows. But this is where we're at. So we can gather. Here we go. I don't know if that was a hold or a press. I actually held that. So let's see if we can just quick gather. Yep, quick gather's in. Yeah, I'm already liking it. Now this looks like it can be lasered or something. Let's try it. No, maybe. Oh no, it did. Okay, so we just it auto collects. Nice. Okay. And because we're playing No Man's Sky straight after this, I have a perfect comparison to what mechanics I like in this game over what mechanics I like in that game. I do like the effects on this game. Like if you look, it's kind of actually burning it, and unfortunately it's not chipping away. I'd like to see some chip damage, maybe some particles coming off, but at the moment it's just smoke. It does look very nice.
E4101, you look like you're a magnet for trouble.
I won't pretend I'm a saint. I've helped smuggle this and that in my time for
Can we do the rock?
those in need.
People like
Don't
you
think
don't
so.
understand order.
Just this bit.
You just cause more problems for everyone else.
And you always followed orders and ended up in the exact same place as I did. I'd rather not follow anyone and be free.
You know nothing about me.
There we go. We can gather whatever this is. This, was it wolf frame from anywhere. Can you have a bit louder? Of course you can. I just didn't know how loud it was. There you go. How's that? I like the soundtrack, you know. I've turned it down just for, you know, aesthetic purposes for the video. But it is a nice soundtrack. Jump feels good. It seems like we can just pretty much gather any resource from anything that looks like it should be gatherable. It just works. Like this, I didn't know if I could do it. It just looks like stone. It's actually titanium. So we're now gathering those, and it was just a random, you know, can I do that? Yeah, I can. There we've got hot rock. This one actually has different colours attached to it. Okay, that's nice. That's what other rock needed to do, you know? That was cool, and it leaves a nice pile of dust and debris that's smoking. I don't know if it's coming across on stream as well, but this game visually bangs. It's not because they've gone way over the top with it. There's nothing new here, but like it's just nice, you know, the fact it just works. Here we've got water. Can we gather water? No, okay. I guess we need a special tool to do that. But now I'm getting Irish vibes. There's a lot of Greenland. Fruit must be for food.
Acquired. Come here. I need to survive.
The recharge is cool. You have to let it cool down as such. Nice. Boom. Okay, gathering in this game's fun. That was helium, that one. I'm not going to do an impression of a helium voice. Okay, so we can grab that. With those. Okay, so getting to the main, let's say, end of the cliff, the main end of the map. We've got a bug coming in. It looks like it wants to eat me. Boom! Look at the particles. That would be cool to like suck those particles in and actually make something from it. But yeah, whoa, hang on.
Threat eliminated.
Jeez, that does.
What was that?
Okay, when they're close, it does a lot of damage.
Threat on this planet.
What do you mean, main?
Most of the people that arrived on Arcadia 7 were eliminated by these creatures. Natural disasters you can prepare for, but vermin are a bit more unpredictable.
I'm not surprised they were eliminated and wiped out by those, because they just approach really quick and just explode themselves.
TS9 top secret clause on their existence. They made very sure no one ever found out about them. Aside from high-ranking
Why don't I stop talking?
Only people sent directly to the planet have ever learned of their existence.
Claywood was here. You should have told us. You knew.
Ah, done. Right. So as I was saying, when you get to the edge of the map, you sort of look out on the expansive area what to do next. By the time I've got here, I'm looking what can I do next, and I've got like this burning thing over here. Something's on fire or giving off gas. We've got this big ship in the distance that look really awesome. We've got these like little waypoint type icons, but they're actually places. So there's like a radio tower, there's possibly some sort of gate there, looks like Stargate SG-1, and then we've got like a couple of other smoking areas. And for me, it's just like I want to explore all this stuff because it looks really, really interesting, and it's something different, you know. We haven't really seen this way of doing it. It feels like I'm in like a, I don't know, it feels like a breathable atmosphere. It feels like Ireland or Scotland, but with alien invasion. That's what it feels like to me at the moment. Yeah, obviously, as we explore and we travel, I'm sure that we're going to find a lot more different planets with a lot more different ecosystems, or biomes as they like to call it nowadays. Woo! Okay, this one's calcium. Good for your bones, I guess. Now I'm going to have to head to the radio tower and see what's what. Stats wise, it doesn't look like we're actually, we do need to eat, and we do need to replenish water. So what do we have in the way of that? We did gather these, where were them plants? Port a lem. Meteors. Ah, survival package. A little bonus for the favourite employees. Eat to gain 50% health and 50% hydration. That's perfect, because then we have the food rations for food, so we're good to go. Exploration is away. Yeah, I thought these would be food. I might be mistaken. I didn't take much notice of them. Because they're called fruit, right? So if I go into here and look at them, it says eat to gain an effect. You gain 11 calories. Use. Yeah, it replenishes.
The fruit on Arcadia can alleviate hunger, but putting unknown things into one's mouth is rarely beneficial to the individual. Though, of course, it was beneficial to the development of civilization.
My ADD just went mad with that sentence.
This fruit is edible, that won't always be the case.
Right, so we can eat those, but you don't want to eat too many. But there is other ones that are dangerous, so we're going to have to be a bit more careful as we progress. So I don't really think this game needed a tutorial.
Something's wrong.
Ooh.
Cosmic radiation has reached a dangerous level.
I figured that.
I suggest leaving the area contaminated with radiation.
I don't know if I'm reaching it, am I? I don't think we can gather it. No. Okay. We play enough Stalker to know that radiation is not for us. Let's move on. I've overheated myself. So using the reload, like you would in any first-person shooter, you can actually cool your gun down in between moving around. So if you know, that's something I've not been doing. If you're walking from place to place, you might as well just be cooling your gun down as you go. Star Tears, that one's called. So far, so good. I don't mind the voice acting. I don't mind the female waffling in your ear like other games. You know, she's quite nice. She has like a robotic voice. Plus, I will mention in the options, you have 3 choices of male or female voice that you can listen to. So if you don't like one, there's like 5 other choices. So I think they've done a really good job doing that. Whether it's the same person but with a different filter over it, I don't know. But it seems okay so far. Everything's just nice. I look forward to exploring this game. I will test the controller in a minute because it said there was no controller support.
Acquired.
Pickler. I got a pick. I picked the pickler. Right. So let's go and plug a controller in real quick. Fire it up. So it said there was no controller support. Now you can see here it's not flicked in. But if we go, because we're a PC gamer, we have Steam to help us out. So if I go into Steam real quick, go into controller, enable Steam input, and then we go to community layouts, and it's a beta controller layout, but it is at least a controller layout. And then I'm just going to make sure I've switched that on properly in the settings. Just bear with. Controller, enable Steam. Yep, that's done. Now just by closing Steam, I should be able to, fingers crossed, use controller. This is why we love Steam. This is why we love PC gaming. This is why gaming for me has been on PC since I was 17. There is so many workarounds and things you can do with a matter of minutes or even hours to figure a problem out that will just give you what you want. So now I can play this game fully with a controller. It is in beta, of course, but it does seem to work.
Come here.
There you go. I'm picking stuff up. I'm shooting stuff. Everything we've been doing, I can now do on a controller quite comfortably. Lovely jubbly. I would even go so far to say that that's almost ready. But for the nature of the playtest, and I want to thank the guys at StarRupture for sending it out for us. I greatly appreciate it, so I can check it out. And we may even play this one again because I can see myself sinking a lot of personal time into this just because the gathering's nice. You know, it's a nice bedtime game. It's a nice after work game. You get in at 6 o'clock, you know, you've had your dinner, you've had your shower. 8 o'clock comes, play this for a couple hours and fall asleep. It's peaceful. There we go. So at the moment, I'm obviously just doing the basic gathering. We're going to be checking out map. We're going to see how easy it is to get back to base, what sort of crafting we have available, and leveling up. And once I've checked all those points out, we can probably then go ahead and sort of sum up what we've experienced, how it went, and what I plan to do with the game in the future. I got a bigger one. Yeah, okay. That's gory and it takes a hell of a lot of damage. I'm actually worried with 2 of them coming at me. Right. Okay, I'm not sure. I'd have to recheck the footage, but I'm pretty sure they hit me when I jumped. I was in the air and I still, when they swiped, got hit. So I think they might need to rectify that. Like if I'm in the air, they shouldn't be able to touch me. Even if it's just adding invulnerability. If I jump over it or jump away from it, I shouldn't be hit by their very small attack range, which is very close to their own body. I will of course confirm every game I play now via the community tab for Linux compatibility. If I play a game on stream and I take it to Linux and it works fine and the controller support's there and everything's great and I get decent frame rate, I will now start posting up that it's confirmed on Linux too. Okay, this looks slightly different to the titanium. Can we get this? So that's tricky. It looks the same as the titanium, but it isn't. There's a titanium. Some of that good stuff. There we go. I'm assuming titanium's for like weaponry and, you know, body armor. I'm going to take it for things like that. Oh. I don't spend too much time crafting, gathering the same items. Because I think by now we should be able to craft quite a bit. I just want to investigate some of these main points. So smooth. The way you get around, the way you navigate, it just feels really like on point. I think they playtest the hell out of this. Nice. I'm actually editing Dune at the moment. It's a two-parter, and I was shocked how good that game looks and feels. Going back and watching that footage, it's really flushed out, Dune, and I think it gets a lot of shit. I don't think it's as bad as people say it is. Like, it's a good game. A lot of people sort of play it for a few hours and start hating on it. There's a lot of game there. You just have to put in like 8 hours. You know, you have to see the whole game. And unfortunately, I think you do need to add the DLCs. Otherwise, you're not getting the full experience. If you look at the history of Conan, that's why that game has paid DLCs. They want all of this. I think that's everything other than the tower that we've checked out that I wanted to. These are those big rings from a distance. And obviously gather off of those, I would imagine. Yep. There's plenty of that stuff around, so they're not exactly needed. They just look cool. There's the tower. Oh, it's not a tower, is it? The satellite. Or it's a satellite dish. I'm not really sure. You know what I'm noticing? I'm rendering all my frames myself. It's running smooth with TAA. There's no DLS, there's no governs. You're able to turn it all off, and it is an Unreal game. This is how Unreal games should be built. They should be built for 16 gig RAM with a 8, arguably 16 gig graphics cards in mind for low and high settings. Obviously 8 for low settings to medium, medium to ultra with 16 gigs. But I think like we can render our own frames, it seems, in Unreal 5 and not have all of the motion blur, the frame gen, the reflex, all the governs that just is nonsense. It's all nonsense. It makes the game look bad. It makes the footage look awful. It's just trash. And it's there to sell people with no brains.
I don't get it, Sam. What's so interesting in beetles or flowers?
Why are they
They're
talking?
part of the world we live in and are inextricably connected to it.
Why are they talking?
We wouldn't exist without beetles or flowers.
We wouldn't exist without fundamental forces. Beetles and flowers can be easily replaced with automated systems. You can't replace electromagnetism.
You'd really want to live in a world without
Oh,
plants?
for fuck's sake.
I
Okay,
wouldn't mind
right.
it.
This is awful. Don't start pushing agendas and fucking feelings while I'm playing a game. I don't want to care about like environmental issues while I'm playing a game. Stop. That's already a downgrade right there of 0.5 for me. I don't want to hear them shits talk. And whoever's talking about replacing bugs with AI robots, I mean, just shut up. Shut your mouth. Innit? It's one of them. Right, anyway. Sorry. This game proves that you can have an Unreal Engine 5 game and still render your own frames, and that's great. That's something we don't see very often. It's like they take Unreal 5, build their game in it, and then all of a sudden you're just shoved down your neck all of this technology that is bad. Yeah, so the frame gen technology, the DLSS, all of this stuff, it's there to bump up those frames per second, but the frames per second don't give you a better experience. If they give you 300 frames per second and you was only getting 80, it's probably because you're sacrificing so much quality of your game. So each frame is being pixelated, rendered, and took out. You know, they're magically disappearing environment around you, and then when you turn around quickly, it's very apparent they have to rebuild it again. And this is a very bad way of our games moving forward. I don't think we should do that. I think we should just stay with the games graphics that we've got until technology moves into a point where we can actually have double the graphics, you know. I don't think frames, everyone cares about frame rates as much as they did back in my day, caring about bits, 16-bit, 32-bit. It really didn't matter too much. But although like a 32-bit game would look nicer than a 16-bit game, who cares if it plays like shite? The Jaguar was a prime example of this, and I think that's what's happening with video games. We're having history repeat itself, but with frames per second. People really, really care about frame gen and DLSS. And really, you're getting a worse package for that bump. And it's just numbers, you know, it's just numbers. I'd rather the visuals over the numbers all day long. Right, so let's go to the tower and check out what's going on. Ooh, these are nice. Yeah, they look good.
I see you've approached the geoscanner.
Ah,
You can
geoscanner.
use it to see the surrounding area.
Understood.
Okay, do I have to wait for them to stop talking? Map requires. Oh, we don't have a map. Got it. How do we get a map? Well, I was going to say, let's check out a map, but obviously we have to make one. Map. Oh, hang on, what's this? War bond. Okay, let's head back to the ship and see what we can do with all our resources we've gathered and see if we can figure out how to get a map. What are you talking about, Willis? They do, they just come on the radio and just start spouting some environmental shiz at you. Like, we don't need that in our video game, please. Again, if there was an option in the voiceover bit to just turn down like minimal voices, that would be good. So then you're only getting told the stuff you actually need to know. I really dislike it when movies use their movies as platforms to talk about stuff that we don't necessarily want to hear. And if games are going to start doing it, you find that they fail horribly. Like, we have had probably 4 big losses already this year. Highguard being one of them. There was a one called Looter, I believe it's called, or Loot something. That I don't even know the title of. It was so underappreciated, underrated, nobody cared because it was just, you know, agenda being pushed. Nobody wants to hear that shit anymore. Been too many years where we let them get away with it, and now we're really, really sick of it. Oh. Well, I think our ship was over there with no map. I don't know for definite, but I'm pretty sure that's where we've headed from. And what a gorgeous game this is. Look at that. Can't wait to explore that. Can we get to that thing? I've been able to get to everything so far, so I'm assuming we can. Here's where we got our titanium. We're heading in the right direction. Look at that. Ooh, that's pretty. And again, the game's on high to ultra settings. This is about as good as it's going to get, and I am happy with it like this. I'm getting a solid 60. I can go 120 if I want.
I need to survive.
So it's good because he tells me that when I need to have a drink or something. We've got these sachets. Let's use one of those.
Tasty.
All ready to go. That's really good. That literally just put me right back to the start. We'll reset the board. I've got a big smile on my face. I don't know if it's apparent, but I feel like I'm smiling. It's a fun game. It's nice, and it is just for the sort of survival fans of us, you know, the craft, the gatherers. And if you just like hanging out in a good environment, chilled, it just, yeah, it just bangs. I like it. Now we've got No Man's Sky coming, so I will be comparing it to that, of course. Yeah, I've got combat music kicking in. Whoa, they're not gonna let me get back easy. There's way too many. Way too many. I'm out. I've got a decent amount of energy, so I'm going to get to a flat plane where I can see them all.
Next.
I love the way it goes all Duke Nukem when he's shooting things. Come get some. Oh, you sneaky beast. That's how the combat coal does it, baby. That's how combat coal does it. And then once the particles have, once particles disappear, you can then just, you know, go through there safely. They will poison you with a little bit of armor damage if you go too close, which ain't too bad. The problem with those is, if like the first two hit you, you're going to take such an armor damage that they're going to be then draining health. And if there's like 10 of them, you might find that you need some upgrades, at least in the armor department, so they can burst near you and not incapacitate you too much. But like, this isn't where we was. The hell is my ship up here? We've leveled up our movement again, which is really sick. All I've done is gone out, explored and come back, and we are now movement. We are now 7 XPs of movement. Level 6. My combat's level 3 and my survival is level 4. Already. Just having a little wander. I want to get comfortable, but I can't quite. I don't want to look like my big forehead's in the screen. What's this one? This is new, isn't it? Oh, we can't interact. Rose. Okay, I've officially lost my ship. I didn't get my bearings before we left. I'm sure it's around here somewhere. There's a lot of radiation that way. It's definitely not there. I'm sure we went straight down that hill from this direction, but then I don't remember seeing this. Probably zigged when I should have zagged. Could be in that a lot. Aha, there we go. So to find my ship, I just need to remember this massive crater. Good stuff. So the ship looks really awesome. It reminds me of something from like Aliens, right? It kind of looks like the tank that they use to drive in when Ripley saves the crew, or what's left of them, but without the wheels. They've just stuck arms on it, and it does look like something from that time period that movie goes for, which, yeah, I vibe with hard. Airlock open. We are in. And this is just basic, right?
Soldier.
Pretty simple.
That's right. Then I have a question. How can you sleep knowing everything you had to do in the name of the IRO?
I don't sleep too well. But not because of the orders.
Okay, so we can make 10, what are these? Basic items for printing. What is it?
So even after your
We can make 10 basic building materials.
No. I'm on our side.
And these are locked.
All of us. The side of peace.
We are not going to be friends.
This one I can make. Okay. So yeah, the only thing we can make right now is basic building materials until we level up. So I guess if we make enough of those, we then will level up to be able to get access to the other bits. I might just go ahead and make a bunch, another 10 of those. So that's 20 of those being made. It says plus 100 basic buildings. So you'll have to look at it the whole time. Why won't it just build? It says working. We've got 1,000. Can we put those together? No. It's a little bit annoying if I have to watch it, because when I do that, it stops. It should just keep crafting. What's it doing? I've got 1,000, 2,000, and then I've got this little 200 here. All those together. . we go. So it seems weird because if I press max, I should just be able to walk away, come back a later date, and it's made that maximum amount. Because it's going straight into my inventory anyway. I don't know why it's forcing me to stand here. Unless I'm wrong and it's just that's an animation to show that I can interact with it. Okay, that could be a little bit simpler. It could be laid out a lot better. It could tell me exactly what's happening a little bit easier. Again, rather than these voice actors spouting shit at you, you could have took time to figure out things like this. So when I click it, the machine's on, so I assume it's making something, but that's not really the case. I have to go like, let's say I want to make another 10. It's going to say basic, right? And then it's going to start to add up the amounts there. But if I do this, does it stop? I don't know. This animation should carry on and keep making stuff for me while I'm away. Whether that is the case or not the case, that's how it should be. Okay, so we're going to go personal storage. Now we're going to store these now we've made them. Because why not? The 300 we'll keep. And we'll store that one. And then we've got this generation thing. So generation chamber, soldier. After dying, you will respawn in this chamber. And that's when you get to pick a different character, I think. Personal storage, so that's the same as that. Mainframe. You were chosen for the reason each of you have unique talents. Yep, blah, blah, blah. Each complete the orders to bring you closer to freedom. Day 1. Okay, what's the orders? Orders. That's not that. Let's see if we can find a button that has the orders on it. Ooh, okay, this is new. So the build menu, which will now I'll move that. So if I go to mouse, we go to config, and then we're going to go and find that button, which is B, build. Now I'm just going to put that on my thumb of my mouse. Sick. Okay, that's really easy now. I'm going to go outside. Right, so let's just try and build something. We've got a habitat. Allows access to habitat. Where do you start? I mean, there's a lot here. I'm guessing habitat is a home. And it's huge. Okay, let's take this. Let's take this on the road because it is huge. We stick it here, maybe. That has to be even ground. Okay, let's go and do some building. Now, I put a lot of stuff in my storage. I'm hoping the game can access that storage without having to worry too much. Maybe we can build on this platinum. Oh, something went yellow then. Did you see it? There it was. I think I can build here.
I am detecting increased Ruptura activity. Prepare yourselves for a wave.
Uh-oh. Just as I want to get into building, we're about to be attacked. Let's go. I think I've got time. I'm hoping I've got time. What have I done now? I've just knocked off my Twitch chat. Bear with. Why did this do this? I think it's something to do with my mouse button, because if it's on a web browser it goes back. So I think that's what happened. There you go, we're back in. Sweet. Refreshed for free. Alright, let's find somewhere to put this. Ooh. There we go. Building outside. Building is not outside. Man, it keeps changing. Building outside base or area. Hang on, so you have to build it near your base. But it was all uneven. try that again. It has stilt legs, so it should be able to just be built on any ground, surely. Okay, next wave's coming in. Damn. Oh, that looks cool. Better get in here. Bright light, that's it. Mogwai. I mean, the extreme temperature from it, I had to cool myself down, which was really cool. If you don't make it home in time, you can cool yourself, but look at this.
It's too hot.
I guess we just wait it out. Build some resources and whatnot. Yeah, what's this arrow indicating? Oh, expand, okay. See how it's gone from 3 to 750, but only when I touch the machine. That's no good, bros. It means I've got to stand here and let it go up. I think that's how it works. Let's use the equipment upgrade station to adjust your equipment.
Planetary temperature returning to normal.
Okay, well that's a good sign. That means we can leave. Yeah, this is cool. I like the atmosphere that's given here. Now everything's burnt to a cinder. Does that mean all the resources have gone? You know, has it just cooked everything? How in the world do them spiders survive? Seems like it's breathable and we can go out in it with our suit. I can see the damage. Okay, I'm still able to gather resources, but it does look like it's done a lot of damage. I'm going to investigate these cinders. Ooh.
What is this?
This is ignitium, a cosmic mineral that's good at storing heat, but also releases it quickly. It can help you cool your base. But hurry, if not controlled, it sublimates rapidly.
Oh, okay, so after you survive one of these waves, you have to collect these things as quick as possible, as they will, like, whatever the word she used, they basically burn out and then they're no longer gatherable. It's funny because I'm playing technically the newest of the space crafting gatherer games, which should have learnt its lessons from all of these successes and failures of other games in its genre, which means I'm probably playing one of the best, maybe, possibly, but first. So I won't know until I've played things like No Man's Sky, Star, what's that other one? I didn't buy it because everybody told me not to. It wasn't good. I'm going to check it out real quick. I think it's called like Star something. Star. 'Cause Star Republic. I'm not sure that's it either. It's by like one of these bigger companies, and they said it's not good. How do we look at space games? Discovery. Go to browse, and we'll go new releases, charts, discounts, top sellers. Let's do top sellers. See what's coming up. So it's annoying because I don't think there's a category, like there's not a search bar in Steam where you can like type space and it just gives you all the space games. You have to go into like these little subcategories that are not good for quick, easy access. Demo, sale, view all. Let's do that. Yeah, there's no category for space on this from what I can see. And again, it's all buried. It used to be simpler than this. They've made it actually quite complicated to find just a genre. If you just type MMO, for instance, in the search bar, you get things with MMOs in the title, but you don't get MMO games. Let me try space and see if that works. Space. So there is a game here with a space exploration tab, so I can go through that way. There we go. So then now it brings up Star Wars and things. Oh, right. So the game I'm looking for, the one that I was turned off against was Starfield. I don't know if you guys have played Starfield, but they said just play Mass Effect. That was my answer from the internet community that follows me and hangs out with me. It was just play Mass Effect. They didn't want me to play Starfield. But there's one called Planet Crafter which is coming to the channel. Outer Worlds. What else have we got coming? We've got Icarus. Is there Stellius? I'm trying to think of all the ones. Deep Rock Galactic. These are all games that come to the channel. Elite Dangerous is coming back. We've got Jump Space coming back. Prey, the horror space game. Eve Vanguard. Again, Eve Vanguard. See, now this is an interesting point. Eve Vanguard has AI bots and things to shoot at straight away. I feel like this game's better already. I feel like this game has a more interesting tone. It's mechanically as sound, if not sounder. It's got double jump out the gate. It feels like I'm in space. The atmosphere and the weather effects are great in this game. And again, Vanguard has just taken too long to come out. It's taken too long and it's being beat by too many other games now. And I don't know why anybody was going to play Vanguard unless they've really got some stuff that they're keeping close to their chest. So I'm very interested to see how that game pans out. And obviously we will be a part of it and want to be a part of it because I wish them well. But at the same time, I'm playing now a host of space games, including old school fantasy games and like things like Baldur's Gate. And we're going to see a massive shift in genre for my take on things, how I look at stuff.
It's true.
What for?
What for what?
What do you need 3 scientific titles for? Wouldn't you have rather focused on your work?
I see you're not familiar with the world of academia. Doctorates open many doors. They increase the probability my publications will get quoted, and I have access to a broader spectrum of theoretical knowledge. Plus, I did them all at once.
I prefer practice over theory.
And that's why you ended up as someone who does the dirty work.
I'll remind you that you're also here on this planet doing the same thing as me.
But with a completely different mentality.
Right. 1, pointless. 2 characters that are not even involved in my story arc right now. That's not my soldier talking. That was the scientist who I never chose. So until I'm a scientist, you should hold off those voice conversations. And 2, they're nonsense. They're just talking nonsense. And it doesn't heighten my gameplay. It doesn't make it any better to have these people waffle in my ear. It's one of the worst things about this game. And I think it should be either toned down, taken out. You can obviously turn off voice acting, but you want voice acting because you want her to talk to you, especially at the beginning of the game, about what you've got to do and where you're supposed to be going and heading and planning for. So you can't exactly get rid of it, but you need to like really take out some of the junk. And if you don't take out the junk, you're going to aggravate people, like especially people who are new to your game like myself. who are coming in just wanting to explore space and have a good time. The voice acting's crust. It's not even done well, and it's just nonsense. They're just spouting hidden messages inside crap conversation. It's like these are the sort of people that go out for a wine dinner and sit and lose conversation within the first 10 minutes. They've got nothing to say to each other. They're just boring bastards writing boring stories, doing boring shit. Stop. Just stop. For fuck's sake. How about you heighten the drama? How about you heighten the atmosphere? How about you heighten the stakes? You know, make me want to survive. Make me want to discover new bits and bobs that we need before we actually get oofed. You know, like build up that with the voice acting. Don't build up just. Well, there is no build up. You know, don't build up anything. Don't just give me like waffle. Okay, good. So we can now go back onto here and use up these. Again, I'm just going to go for maximum. Then we're going to try the building out, see what the crafting's like, try and figure it out, because we didn't get a chance before the meteor hit. I got a little bit confusion before that came. Get more bad guys. Yeah, I mean, maybe not at this stage in the game, because we are quite early. But you need, like, antagonists. You need, like, a badass bish and a badass dude. And then maybe, like, they've got a planet that they're lording it over, you know, they're enslaving, they're controlling it, they're taking all the resources. Then you can start putting in some minor story, you know, you can say, oh, this guy's, you know, using the whole water supply for the planet, you need to go and stop him. That would be nice after you've done all your crafting, your building, your base, settling, becoming a settler. You can then go and save other settlements. That would be a really nice way to take this game, in just a personal preference to how I like video games to play out. I think we should have that, and I think then you can sell like DLC of the newest bad guy, or you could see DLC of the newest, you know, companions. You could add 2 companions, a bunch of new clothes, a bunch of new, you know, let's say skins for your buildings. You can add all that in for like a $9.99 price tag. Boom, done. You know, so you got the good guy. You've got the good guy DLC and you've got the bad guy DLC. The bad guy DLC expands a story, gives you something to do, stop this bad guy from doing bad things. Then you have the good guy story, which is just, you know, more resources for you to mess around and play around with. But this is a personal preference of what I would do with the game in the future, and hopefully devs get to see this video and maybe take something away from it. But this is just a just generally how I feel about this video game so far, and that is that it's got so much good going for it, and especially its price tag. $15, I can put up with a bit of waffle, but it doesn't mean I want to. So I think in my private time, I will turn the voice right down and just try and make my way around by reading subtitles. Right, let's go for the builder, Bob the Builder. Do you know what would have been nice? When that thing hit and destroyed everything, if it actually flattened this area out and made the entrance bigger, so it actually terraformed the place to look different, kind of like Red Faction. It had, you know, environmental destructibility instead of just leaving like little hot rocks.
466, how should I address you?
Sergeant is fine.
You can call me Doctor.
B1690 has a doctor.
At least
too.
he's talking to me now.
Yes,
you know,
but I have more of them.
pointless, but still. And I would imagine that they get away with that when there's 4 players. And I think that should only kick in when there's more than 1 player. And if they're using those particular characters. I don't think it should just be random people spouting cheers. There is no one for me to put that voice to, if you know what I mean. I'm not seeing any bodies running around. There's no co-op teammates here. And if you're playing online with 4 people, you're using 1 of each character, yes, you can kind of get away with it. Single player, just don't bother. You don't need it. Right, so where was me build a menu? Here it is.
Arcadia 7 has finished regenerating.
Right, habitat. Building collision with player. Can I build here then? No. Vertical snap, line, terrain, X. Okay, that's cool. So it will actually go to the right height. Again, I think we have to be within a certain distance. Vertical snap, lock level with the... Like this is the perfect place to me, but it just won't Does it have to be joint onto this? Because that would suck. I don't think it does. Lock level with Z. Okay, there must be an obvious place where they want me to put this. Building not stable. Maybe if I get it stable, let's go with X. New, that's not going to work. Okay, so coming out of here, the only flat place I can see is this. This is the first flat place there is. Ooh. Like the legs are there. Why can I not build that? Outside core area. But the core area sucks. It's full of hills and rocks and shit. Why won't it let me build? Allow access to habitat. I'm going to build habitat. So I've got to build this first. Oh, that's annoying. There's no guide to the build. Why? I'm thinking it gets built on top, which gives us no freedom, if that is the case. How do we heighten it? I'll just build it on top of there. New. Okay. It says connects to habitat placed side by side. I want to read the habitat and it keeps going away every time I click it. There we go. Protects from external threats, allows placement of interior structures, needs airlock or access. I think we should put it anywhere. It doesn't need to be near that. That's stupid. Can't colonize a planet by being right next to your ship. I'm going to go out and try and find a nice flat area. I think it doesn't explain itself very well, and again I didn't do the tutorial where I should have done. Evening, you need to build the base core first, then can place buildings. Base core. Get quick. Thank you for your help, I appreciate it. Base core.
Sam, have you been off Earth before?
Where's the base core?
No, this is my first trip into space. And a very
None of these
one.
I bet the change in gravity is
Base
giving you
core.
problems.
A bit. Everything's a little different.
You'll get used to it. The spacesuit is like a second skin to me now.
Ah, this. Cool, thank you for that. I haven't done the tutorial because it wouldn't let me for some reason. The options I picked. Okay, let's head right out then. Gonna put my base core here. This is good because this can actually go like over rocks and everything. This is very easy to place. I'm not sure if it's gonna matter where I put it, so just there. Yes, okay. Base core done, and then we'll go back to build a base. Oh, look, it works straight away now. Gosh. Hell yeah. And you can build on top. What? Did the triple stack. We need an airlock to get in. Boom, airlock. This is well quick. And then we'll go with the window for the view. I'm going to do both corners. So I can peep on things. And then this one is like a ladder, which I assume is to get to a roof, is it? Not sure what that one's for yet. That's a vertical connector. Analysis station. So we can actually put these things inside now. Yes, who did that? Tavi N, thank you for the help. That was greatly appreciated. I was struggling now. Jump move. And we are in. Here we go. I'm going to do this one. We got storage. I don't know if I needed 2 of them, but I'll put 2 in. And this one. Okay, cool. Now I have a machine that works. There, that's nice. Okay, now I've got 2 of these. I probably don't need to. I don't know how we break that. Doesn't look like we can just shoot it. I guess we have to like open the build menu. Do we have destruct? Oh, there's loads of stuff. Okay, support platforms, pillars, platforms, extendable walkway. Ooh, so we can join 2 buildings together. There's the ladder I'm talking about. Right, I'm going to put this ladder. Like, how do we get up there? I've built on top of it. The basic way I would assume is just to, yeah, do that and then put an airlock there. And the same for this one. The ladder would be like further along, and then this one would be at this end. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but I'm damn sure going to try. Airlock. Oh, the airlocks don't go in it. Oh, it does. But not where the ladder is now. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, we'll put a couple airlocks in. Now, how do we get to them? Surely the ladder. Oh, you have to build it first? It didn't make too much difference because I could go straight up this one. That's cool. But I want to destroy this one. How do we get rid of stuff I've put there? Place, rotate, height. This is one of the nicest building systems I think I've used in a while. This is good. Safety barrier, stop people falling over. We got shallow stairs. Oh, nice. It just makes it look a bit better. Yes, okay, now there's the fun. Look at this. Through there, into the airlock, and then you can have, so you can have like 3 layers of different jobs you can do, like one for leveling up, one for like crafting, and one for like maybe hortivation, you know, growing food and veg and stuff. The base core has limited area it covers. Oh, it has a limited area it covers, but you can have loads of those base cores built in one place. For my, oh yeah, cool. That's nice.
Hey, Han?
I prefer it if you address me using my rank.
Don't you think that makes communication more difficult?
Okay,
There's
let's
only
figure this
4 of
out.
us
How do we
here.
break stuff?
Who are you trying to impress?
I'm not. I've worked hard for my rank.
By murdering people.
Oh, I wish you lot would stop talking. Do you know what?
So, Han, how
They've got
about
4
taking
people
a
on
little
this
break?
team, and not one of them gets on
That
with each
sounded
other.
like a yes to me.
They're sarcastic. They're acting like they're clever. They're not clever. They sound dumb, and they're all arguing with each other. I'm having to listen to like what would be at school, like a 2-year-old school. You know, like when girls would bicker at school. That's what these characters are written like. They're just arguing the whole fucking time. You're not as good as me. You can't do what I do. You know, it's like that. My dad's better than your dad. It's that shit. And it's just always playing every 5 minutes. Nonsense. Okay, we've got solo generator. Let's do it. I'm not sure if it has to be connected. It would be good on the roof, actually. I think we're going to go for that. Let's do some dodgy climbing. That's it. Oh, get it. Yeah. Oh, that's some dodgy climbing. Look at this. Ooh, baby. Get up there. That's it. I'll put one of these on a roof. Hang on. Solar panel can't go on the roof. It collides. Okay, well, let's press a button. Level it out. So Z to lock the level. I am confused. Is it colliding with me? I'm got the wrong... I want this. There it is. Why is it not going on the roof? That's not good. I've got a solar panel on and put it on the roof. I call it cancel houses. I guess we'll just put it there. Whoa, that was cool. You know why it can't go on the roof? Because that does that. It would have hit that barrier that's at the top there, which I'm assuming is like a stasis shield. I'll pop a couple of these down. I've built myself a lot of resources running around today. I am impressed that I'm able to build so much from what we gathered in a small space of time. About an hour. And rails, what does that do? Oh, it's literally a rail. Okay, we won't worry about that then. But the parts get smaller as you go down the list. Go back in here. Okay, so I'm going to put the smelter over here. Oh, it's huge. Oh, okay. Maybe not then. This thing's everything's massive. I don't know what the arrow is. So R rotates. Nice. Does it matter which way it goes round? I'm going to say no. Ooh, smelting. Let's get some smelting going. High. Drone priority. Do I have to drag that in there? Yeah. See, now that is very visually pleasing. I can see what's happening. Now if I leave, it still works. Whereas the crafting for the building materials, I don't know if it just instantly gives you it or what, but this one doesn't feel good. So I go in here, I do exactly the same thing. I click this, and if I had the materials, I would hit make 10. But then when I do exit, it just stops. The machine stops and nothing happens. So they need to carry this mechanic on in there, make it a little bit more simpler. A bit more visual feedback. So we're going to put this one in there too. Ooh, maybe not. That one can't be smelted. What is that? Calcium. Titanium bars.
Great.
Right. Unavailable items. You can turn it off. Is there a reason to turn it off? I'm going to say yeah. Maybe saves power. Gosh, what else we got? An ore extractor. Okay. How does that go? Building require resource deposit. I think we need to go and get more resources before we can build any more. I think I've reached my limit. I think that's what's happened now. Yeah, so I've reached my limit, but I've managed to build 2 solar panels, a smelting station, and basically everything we had on our ship is now able to be done in this building. And this looks very cool. You've got nice smoke effects coming off there, i.e. steam, I would imagine. This is the base core, it's like a cooling system. And you can actually level your... Ooh, you can level it up with these resources. Okay, choose. Insert. Ah, okay, so you can actually just use it as like a little goal where you're going to insert each one as you find it. I like that. So we are about, how many? We're about 7,000 short on helium. So we've got to go find a bunch of helium to get this one leveled up. But it's going to hold those resources, which means I ain't got to carry them. Really cool. And I think that's where we're going to leave it for now. I've started my base. I've seen most of the gameplay. We've done a bit of combat. We've done a bit of base building. We've seen the environment. And it's a wow from me. I think this is a really, really interesting, peaceful, fun game to play. It has a lot of good qualities. And its only letdown, really, is a couple of minor things, you know. The voice acting and some of the animations and stuff could do with a little bit of refining, making it a little bit easier for the early player and somebody new to the game. Obviously there's a tutorial. If I'd have done the tutorial, I wouldn't be having any problems, so there is that. Bear that in mind. But yeah, it's really good. I'd love to play this with my friends. I'd love to get a couple of you guys in the chat involved to help me out. Voice chat if you fancy it. We can make a lot of content on this game, and I think we're probably going to. It's a 4 out of 5 from me. I would have given it more, but then voice acting really does great on me. It's something I just am too old to be able to put up with nicely. For me, you know, I judge all these games from my own perspective, and I don't want to hear that nonsense while I'm trying to enjoy your game. So for that, I'd probably just turn down the voice acting altogether and just play it as, you know, a solo experience. And it's good for that. It's really, really good for that. I think at night in bed, I'm going to be able to build up my stuff, learn a lot, and then come back and get you guys involved in my little island or planet. In my planet, and we'll be able to experience that together. So if you want to see more of these videos, you have to hit the like button, of course, so I know where to go with my videos, and leave me a comment if you fancy it. That all being said, I want to thank you for joining me. Thank you. Big shout out to Tabby for your help, and until next time, peace out, look after yourselves, bye bye. Right, we're going on to No Man's Sky now. We ain't actually leaving. We've got hours of gameplay left. We've got cover 2 today. So how do we save? We've got respawn. Ah, there we go. Save. I'm going to save this because I'm going to continue it myself. It was only supposed to be a test pilot, but I'm going to go through it and do it. I think we're doing all right. Yay! Are you looking forward to this one? We've got this one covered. Let's go. So we are streaming on Twitch and YouTube right now. There you go. Now, No Man's Sky, I've already configured everything I wanted to, so we can just jump straight into it. Going to get you guys a picture. Switch out from StarRupture. I was a little bit hasty there, didn't actually start itself. There you go, No Man's Sky. Nice, that should just pop on, because I've already done it. La, da, da. And here we go. Being that I'm not using it, is this controller compatible, this game? Have a look in Steam real quick. Thinking I might kick back and use a controller on this one. Feeling like a lot of my energy was taken with that first game, which is good because that means there's something to say. Controller support, yeah, it's got everything. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, you're gonna have to let me do an intro on this one. It's gonna take a little while because there's so many features, absolutely hundreds. Right, we'll go with controller on this one, I think. Blood red controller. Way forward. There we go. Whoosh. Right, if you've made it this far through the stream, I greatly appreciate you guys. I want to thank everybody on the YouTube side of things. Watch time's up. We just hit 7k viewers. We're going for the 10k goal. And yeah, it's all on the up. We're hitting 90 frames for those who are curious right now. But we are only in the menu, so I wouldn't rely on that. Right, here we go. Are we recording? Good stuff. Right, guys, thank you for joining me today. Today we are checking out No Man's Sky. It's the second part. We just did the first part, which is, hang on, we're just coming off the first part, which is StarRupture, and what a game that was. Very interesting to go through and check that out, and a very interesting take from myself. So go check that one out if you haven't already seen it. And now we're jumping into our second part, or for you guys watching on YouTube or a rerun, it will be No Man's Sky, and then you can follow through StarRupture at the end of this one, or links in the description down below. That all being said, let's just jump in and have some fun. Thank you for joining me, and your watch time is greatly appreciated. I know your time is valuable, and I'm glad you're spending it with me. Let's go. Right, so No Man's Sky has a very small description. It literally says, No Man's Sky is a game about exploration survival in an infinite procedurally generated universe. That's it. That's it. Cut to the press. Done. They don't want to oversell this game at all. So it's very positive reviews, 177,000 people, and it came out in 2016, and we are only just getting around to it. I apologize, but this game has had so much controversy, so many fumbles along the beginning of its life that I avoided it. And then it comes to the point where everybody's like, why haven't you played No Man's Sky? You're playing all these other space games, get involved. So now I'm going to test it out. So we are doing the first impressions today. We're doing a first look, and then if we like it, we're going to be running a series because people want to see me explore this game. They seem to think that my content that we produce will fit this game perfectly. So we'll see how it goes. Right, let's go down. So you've got a bunch of features with this game because it has been out for so long. It's basically ticking all of the boxes. So I'm just going to quickly run through some of them. Single player, online PvP, online co-op, cross-platform, Steam achievements, VR support, tracked controller support, Steam trading cards, Steam cloud saving, remote play on a tablet, remote play on TV, HDR available, family sharing, accessibility features, and controller support across the board, and an API controller support, which means basically anything. It's Steam Deck verified, and it is green ticked for Linux, which is amazing to see. And I have noticed a trend of the biggest games at the moment. I would say around 40% of them, the biggest games being played right now, have Linux support natively. They have the green tick. All the other ones are the lesser played of that percentage. There is very few games that actually are in the top slot. Things like CSGO, for instance, native to Linux right now. So you have to look at like PUBG. It's doing very well, but it could be doing a lot well if it includes, you know, Linux for the future, because that is, I think, the way we're going. So it's nice to see all of these games now supporting as many platforms as they do. Mac OS is still getting pushed aside, of course, but I don't care because I don't use Macs. Right. I'm just going to jump in. We're going to hit play, and I'm going to go straight to the controller, and we should have support out the gate. Happy days. And we've got way too many options for me to delve into. If you guys have got any advice about where to start, let me know. We've got normal, relaxed, custom game, creative, which I assume is just craft a building, survival mode, which probably has more treacherous enemies and waves of them, expedition 21, remnant. Ooh. Sign up for heavily duty industrial. So I think we just start normal, I guess. A streamlined experience with fewer systems to manage. A infinite journey, explore, survive a boundless universe. So we can either go for the full game or we can go for like a streamlined experience. So I think for the first impression, I think I want to do streamlined experience just to see as much of the game as possible and not be held up by anything. But I think for the if we make it a series, I'm going to be doing normal. I think that's where we're going to go with that. And obviously before we do that, we'll try out all of the modes and check them out, and I'll have some knowledge of those by the time we return. Let's go. Okay, so I guess this is just loading. This must be the procedurally generated universe. Bright light, bright light. Begin initialization. Okay.
Commencing Atlas system suit initialization.
Wonder if we'll have a bunch of school kids arguing over this game like we did in StarRupture. Seriously doubt it.
Shield kinetic system online.
Okay, so it's gone for a different approach with the art style and probably one of its time period. So it came out in 2016, and I would imagine most games had, you know, this sort of visual style.
Multi-tool and mining laser attachment operational.
Tell you what, it's flat colours, but they look nice.
User initialization sequence complete.
Okay, we've spawned right next to two big ball bags. What is this? What the hell are these? Unidentified plant. How do we identify them then? Ooh.
Protection falling.
Extreme environmental toxins detected. They've started me off in like the worst way. I thought this was casual. It's about to oof me. Okay, so we laser stuff and then red stuff comes into us. Which are mining... Oh, carbon is it? Okay, carbon. If you get any slowdown on stream or anything, you need to let me know, because it'll be down to me running this. I probably should just cap it to 60 to make sure that we don't have any problems. Down here, and then we go. I'm running max, so if I do that and then run this down to just over 60, in case it wants to bounce a little bit, and it will still hold it at 70. There we go, and that stopped that jumping around. Yeah, a lot smoother. Cool. Okay, so some gathering's done with X. So, and because it's third person, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be a first person option. What's this here? Perform a scan with left stick. Okay. Ferrous dust scanner. Gather ferrous dust. Ooh, okay, we've got an enemy. This is an all-in-one tool, this thing. I killed something. What is it? Identify. My identify is broken, look. It's weird because it wants me to collect something, but... Oh, there you go, I got it. Repair the scanner with B. Okay. Did I do it? Repair equipment. Oh, okay. It should have just shown me this screen first. What we got going on here? We've got launch thrusters, pulse engines. These are all parts that are going to... Yeah, they're all 0%, so they all need repairing. But it wants me to do the multi-tool first. There we go.
Component repaired. Technology repaired.
What's this 50% laser beam about? You can charge it. Use carbon. Charge it.
Technology
Hey! Scanner repaired. Okay, we're back to the tutorial. Nice. Again, like StarRupture, I said that it should have had a tutorial that sort of helped you, even though you didn't do the tutorial. It should have some sort of goals that you should achieve as you start. It took a little while to get going, but once it got going, I really enjoyed it. And I think this game's doing the opposite, where it just knows to hold your hand at the beginning. What's this? Recharge hazard protection. That's this thing. And they use sodium. So I guess you'll start to learn these the more you play, and it won't be so much of a hassle. Hey, we've got beats coming in.
Starship signal detected.
Ooh, okay, that scanner scans the entire environment. That's well good. I have all of these resources because I have no idea what any of them do yet. Cool. Reach the marked signal. Left stick to scan. Oh. There's a lot happening in the first 10 minutes of this game. Look, we've got ships down there doing stuff. With creatures. I've fixed my scanner already. I want to move my guy to the other side of the screen. It's right behind my head. Is there an option for that? Camera. Ah, here we go. On foot camera, normal, as opposed to not normal? Oh, inverted. Scan lines. Manual mode? What does manual mode mean? Whilst moving, the camera will never rotate unless you manually do it. Oh, I want to swap him sides. Field of view, on foot view, 75 degrees. Is that it? Changing this setting may make you more comfortable if you experience motion sickness. Right field of view. Camera height, eye level fixed. That's fixed. Camera uses standard height. Okay, it doesn't look like I can move my character from behind my head to that side, and that's a little bit of a letdown because I always sit this side on my live streams and it's blocking the guy. That's not good. If there's a way of moving him, let me know, because that's a big no-no for me. In fact, he's not in the middle of the screen, do you know what I mean? Or to the right-hand side, or there's no option. Okay, what's in the box? Exosuit. Ah, okay, so we've got 2 lots of storage.
Toxic protection. Falling.
Search, okay, let's scan it. I need an Atlas pass to open that. I really like the fact that you're not just gathering like we was in StarRupture, but you're malforming the environment. There was a bit of that in StarRupture, but it was more like, hang on, that music's getting loud. Music, music, music. Where's my sound settings? The hell? General. So shit putting it in there. Just have sound. Okay, is that going to lower it? Music's a bit loud, yeah, you're right. Even the sound effects are kind of high. We're happy with a feminine voice, aren't we? She's alright. Read down. There you go. Miscellaneous. What's this? Hardness. Right-handed. Multi-tool. Hand is held. I want to move the dude, not the tool. Auto torch. That's fine. Maybe it just like seems loud because I've got it too loud on stream. Hang on, let me turn it down a bit. Just a smidge. It might be a bit better now. Right, navigation, read more, okay. Exosuit, jump pack. There's a lot to take in. I mean, none of these I'm going to remember straight away. Let's check out them shiny yellow things. That's how you do jetpacks. That feels like a proper space jetpack. So use scanner with left, highlight the resource, automated signal, reach mark signal. Ah, there's sodium. Okay, we've got a new one here. Okay, we break those. You know what? The controller support is really solid. I've got my rumble, because I'm not a big fan of rumble. I've turned it down to about 20%, and it's feeling really, really like good feedback. It's multi-speed. It feels really tactile and just solid. Like I don't really feel. Maybe I have to turn down the aim a little bit. It's a little bit too snappy on my thumb, but other than that, pretty solid on the Xbox One controller there. I'm thinking it wants me to go to the signal, right? So head that direction. There's no real boost. Like, I don't think we have a sprint or anything. Not yet, anyway. Use jetpack with A to fly short distances. Exosuit speed boost with right stick for sprint. Oh, you can. Ah, there we go. Oh, my man. And now he's not right behind my head either. Oh, okay, that don't look good. What's that? What in the world? That was manky. It seems to be pumping out some sort of toxin in the environment. Will this break? Oh, it does. It's just a nice chunk of carbon now. Maybe our gun's not strong enough. I think I would switch around the scan to the run. So run is on the right one, and naturally in any other first-person shooter or third-person game where you duck and cover him, you always click your left to run, whereas on this one it's scan. So I'd probably switch the left to the right over, but other than that, perfect controller support. Get wrecked. Sun's coming out, it's looking nice. Oh, okay, there's something there. What was that? This thing. Shoot it in the booty. Booty shot. Okay, unidentified. So if we grab it, do we then identify it? That's the ferret dust. Them things are gross. Ferret dust for days on them ones. I mean, pretty much just running around holding this on is the way forward. You have absolutely everything on the screen. And I think I picked this game up. This wasn't sent to me, by the way. This is not a sponsored bit or anything. I picked this game up for around $20. And $20 for a game of this age with this pedigree was just like, I think I got it at the Christmas sale, you know, the December finascos that Steam have. It was just a game I couldn't leave on the shelf. It was one that I haven't got, haven't played, and I just knew it was going to be a bunch of hours for me to jump into and enjoy. It was essentially a safe bet. $20, you know what you're getting, you're paying the right price for it, you know. $20 is a lot of game here for that. Boom. These things are not actually attacking me, so I kind of feel bad that I'm just going around wrecking them. Okay, so there's our ship, I'm assuming. Okay, we definitely attack when we come at them. Yeah, this is cool. Get some. Okay, so our ship's not see. Our ship has seen better days. Radial pillar with X. Oh wow! Hi there. Seems a YouTube is not a pro. Oh my bad, my bad. Sorry, I've been flicking around changing game. Really bad of me, I know. If you could punish me, you would, and you would be, you know, respected for it. Sorry about that, guy. Voice lines in a game definitely are something they need to address. Yes, in StarRupture, I believe that that is an issue. Again, I try and keep my opinions honest, and they're not always popular opinions, but sometimes they're needing to be said. And the voice acting in StarRupture is definitely one of those. You can use a controller. Start with normal, that's it. Well, I mean, we'll start the full playthrough with normal, because I intend to do this one anyway. But the first little look, I thought we'd just do it on casual. As it's a sandbox game, you can always switch game experience in the settings. Oh, you can just nip back and forth. I didn't know that. Thank you for that heads up. Now, there's something to bear in mind. I should have just done normal then. New game saves runs always start the same half deadly planet. So basically everybody has this rough experience, yeah? Dimitro Yun, is it pronounced? Hopefully I've pronounced your name right. Thank you for jumping over to give me a shout out on Twitch. It's just normally Twitch chat is buzzing and YouTube is slower, but it's been really different for the last sort of couple of months. I've been getting sort of 20 to 50 people over on YouTube to like 10 on Twitch, and I think it's because a lot of the Twitch are having a shake-up of how people view bot and stuff and all this stuff. So I think like maybe people are starting to like abandon the platform a little bit. It seems like the game volume is a little bit above the streamer. Again, I did try and adjust. That's why I was out of YouTube chat, but I think I've adjusted it now. It is a good game, one of my main ones. I have played 5k hours. 5k! Tavi, you ledge. What about you, Dimitro? Have you played that amount of hours or anything close to that? Very good game. It's relaxing after work daily. Yeah, that's the one. That's what you know what? I think that's the biggest selling games. The ones that you can just chill out and have a beer at the end of the day with. You know, get your wife and kids sorted, chill out in bed at night, whatever, whatever. I think that's the way forward. Everything's offline, everything's broken, we cannot move, and that's fair enough. It was on fire. Let's read the log and have a look. So log unavailable, substituting data. It's going to make it up. Exosuit connected. Suggestion, pilot should perform maintenance. Select desired repair path. Self-guided repair protocols. Okay, so what do we need for this? Technology is critically damaged. Is this game, like, would you say this game has a lot of hand holding? Is it something that you're not going to get stuck on, but you're going to enjoy going through? Or is it a game where you actually need to like Google stuff to figure stuff out? It doesn't strike me as, I mean, maybe the beginning of the game after 7 years or so. What is it, 2016? What's that? That's like... was that nearly 20 years old now? Don't know the exact release date. I'm going to have to look that up. Let's have a little look-see. Theme. Get my facts right, otherwise people will moan. Let's have a look. So it came out in 2016. So that was 2026. Would be 10 years. Is that to the day? Damn. It's 10 years to the day. Okay, I didn't know that. I have to shout that out. Okay, so looking at it, it looks like it's 10 years to the day. We're actually playing it 10 years after release, 1 whole decade. Super excited for that now. A decade later, boys. Didn't even realise. Just by chance. Oh, what's happening? What's happening? Damaged machinery. Okay, let's fix this. Rusted metal. Pop that in there. Ooh, panels opened. What's that all about? Yeah, it seems like it's working again. Craft metal plating to repair the pulse engine. We go into here and we're going to craft metal plate. Transfer the item. I don't know what I'm supposed to use to do it. Rusty metal. Yeah, I feel like I didn't do it. Let's go back. Confused. I pressed A on it. Oh, that was made one. I just done exactly that. And we put the metal plate into the engine. Ah, simple as that.
Toxic protection falling.
If I put things in the starship, can I still access them via my inventory just to like craft out here? Or do I have to actually physically carry them? Okay, let's try that repair again. This is very cool. This is very Star Trek. This is like, you know, I get like space vibes from this. Repaired the pulse engine. And it puts a waypoint on the pulse engine for us. We kind of went there a bit like early. We should have waited to see what it said. Here we go. Is there a way of moving my little spaceman to the right hand side of the screen? Or has he got to stay behind me? Even first person would be better. YouTube for me is more suitable. For example, you may pause a stream, go take a cup of tea or coffee, return to this. Oh, of course, yes. Can you not do this on Twitch though? Can you not just pause the stream and then carry on? I know that the quality is better on YouTube overall, like you can get higher quality, but I find that the stream quality is better on Twitch because it goes up to like 1080 or whatever. That's nice on Twitch. Like I think 960 is a very good one as well. 720 if you have to. But like I watch most of my streams personally in about 480 because I don't really have them large screen 4K. I normally watch them on a phone or on a laptop. So the most I'm doing is 15-inch screen. So I find that 480 is pretty good. That's a sweet spot for smoothness. Basic quest. They are teaching you the game mechanics. Just a bit of advice. Be very fast with exploring, either that or you will get stuff in the game you may be burnt out. Beginning is most frustrating thing about is new players, as learning stuff is a bit hard. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the grind. I'm okay with the chill. I play MMOs regularly. You know, I actually bring in Bless Online back. I refuse to let Bless Online die. It's one that I really want to bring back. So I play a lot of games that have a lot of grinding. So gathering items and things, you know, I'm used to it, bros. I'm used to it. I'm not going to just get burnt out on this. I might get burnt out if it became like so popular I had to stream it every day. But I don't think that's going to be the case. I'm going to stream it probably once, maybe twice a month. And then make videos from that, get those out, get them watched, and then get the next ones done. I think it gives people time to keep up and catch up. Right, here we go. So that is like a... What was that thing from the new Star Wars series? The thing with the two balls. And it was like a new 3PO or whatever it was called. It looks like the bottom half of that. Can I get in it? Take a dump. Right, let's go back to the ship, see if we can repair. Oh, I got the pass. Hang on. I can open this up. Oh, it says required, but then it just told me I had it. Or did I read that as acquired? I think I did. That happens a lot. Environmental warning, external toxicity 59. Do I not get detoxed by sitting in the ship? Launch the thruster damaged. I've got to fix the thruster now. You have to get in the ship as like a checklist. You've got to go around and do each bit. Oh, bros. Planetary recover, view data. Is it this thing? What are we supposed to do with that? Planetary chart. Flashing. Press X. Ooh.
Navigational data received.
Okay. I'm kind of learning, but at the same time, I'm kind of getting overwhelmed too. BB-8, that was it. That looks like half a BB-8 over there. Critical damage, so we need to exit. Restore point saved. So that's, I guess, an auto-save. What now? Reach the marked coordinates. 0, 1. Zero, 1? What nonsense is that talking? Marked coordinates. Planetary chart used to plot a route. Don't see any icon. Oh, it's got to be in the ship. Is it? This thing ain't flying nowhere. I've got to run it. Okay, we'll go. We'll gather some stuff and we'll see what's going on. Do you think it's quite hard to learn at the beginning? I think the pacing's nice. Like, I'm really feeling like there's something always happening. I do feel like learning stuff, the way they're trying to teach is learn by doing. But I've not really understood some of it. Like the way that the map and coordinates, I have to press X instead of A. So like it's like counterintuitive things. You do the same thing 10 times, but on the 11th time, they're going to throw in a different button or a different way of doing something for a particular material or particular object. But then you're like, oh, that's not what normally I have to do, and then you have to switch it out. So I can see like that being a little bit confusing for beginner players. The fact I had to like use the map with X instead of A to put it to the ship. It was like, it's hard enough to sort of know that you're putting your map to the ship in the first place. You know, you've got to remember that now for when you next get a map. I do require one of those. Okay, we just keep heading this direction. I mean, I could comment on things being nice looking, running good, you know, all that stuff, but you can see for yourself. There is no issues with this game whatsoever. I think 10 years they've really put the effort in and have made a... Oh, hang on, it's very toxic up here. Okay, this ain't good. What's happening? What's happening? Seek shelter. What, like under here? That shelter? Don't think that's counting. No! I might die. Run, Jimmy! Oh, got zapped. Use scanner. The sodium is these yellow things. Yeah, I'm running for the ship. There you go, sodium rich plant. How long does this storm last? Hazard protection. Do I have to go in here to do that? Oh, it's this. Okay. So I'm not really dying. That's fine, right?
Technology recharge.
There, I've still got 100% health. So I panicked. I don't think I'm actually getting oofed. It's just the sodium's eating away at my armor. Sorry, the sodium. The poison, the toxins are eating away at my armor, and the sodium is replenishing it. I think we're still good to carry on.
Toxic protection. Falling.
It does fall pretty quick though. And where's the waypoint gone as well? We were, oh, there it is. Ooh, what was that? What is this all about? Resource deposit. Okay, I don't seem to be able to break that. I got leg meat. Long-legged Mac Daddy. Okay, that was nice because now the rain's gone away, it's actually just fine. I've got full armor again and I didn't take any damage. That was worrying though, the way they did it with like the screen goes green and you see these like red flashes. It looks like you're getting hit, you know, like damage. That thing's got its head on backwards. Okay, oh hang on, what's this? Oh, they've got different heads. That's like an anteater. What the hell? Got bat wings? Why would you have wings on your legs? There's no way that's taking off. Okay, that's new. That's new. It's hydrogen. Hang on, dehydrogen. There's a lot of things to pronounce and know in this game. Right, 700 away. Not too bad. I think 1,000 is about acceptable. Any more than that, and I'd want to take the ship. Mark coordinates on the chart, planetary use to plot. We've done. Now starship repair, find hermetic seal. Again, my accent, right, makes everything that's intelligently named in this game sound very common. I can't help it. You could have something like really like hydrochloric acid. If I say it like in a certain way, I can make it sound a bit better. But like then when I just roll it off the tongue, it's like hydrochloric acid. Sounds really shit. I apologise if there's any scholars out there. But if there is, you shouldn't be watching me. You're not going to learn nothing. We prat around on video games. That's what we do. Okay, nice. We're not far now. Kind of done all this like early. This is what I was doing at the beginning of the stream, and I didn't really need to because they're now forcing you to go out and do exactly that. Just gather as you run. There's no real reason not to, is there? So I'm assuming the gun needs recharging. Oh, hello. Alright, give me a minute. Let's check it out. So, yeah, your shields deplete, your health depletes, and then you've got your multi-tool, which also can get damaged. And then your beam's still at 100%. But the battery just lasts for a long time. I'm sure that's just for the tutorial. That will need recharging at some point. Well, I took a risk there. Took a risk. Right, and we'll make that. Oh, lovely. Hello, can we go in there? What is it? On someone else's space station, is it? Yes, here we go. What's this all about?
Toxic protection. Stabilizing.
Nanite received. What are these? No, can't interact with that. That's a free shield restorage there. That's it. And rob this one. This is first aid. Didn't really need it. So we've got the navigation data. Do you know what? I played Kingdom Come Deliverance not too long ago, and I mentioned how the leather and the weather effects affects that leather that you're wearing, and how shiny it becomes, and how much like leather it looks. This guy behind me, I know you can't see much of him because I'm kind of got my big head in the way. He looks really well done, and over time I think they've perfected it where like his little shoulder thing's got a slight blur to it. His helmet's got shines and blemishes on it, but not just shines, not just a light projecting on him. It actually has like texture detail and dents where he's actually like scraped and bumped his helmet and stuff. It's small attentions to detail like that that make a massive difference. He's a really good looking protagonist no matter who he is inside. He just looks awesome, and I think they've done such a good job like allowing you to buy into the fact that you are spaceman. Do you know what I mean? They've done a very good job. Have a little sit down. He's worked hard, he's deserved it. Look at him. I'm gonna pour myself a drink. So 5,000 hours, I must be killing you. Enough new player experience. The frustration would be real. Globber globber. I've even given him little sitting animations, that's sweet. Alright, let's get up. Okay, how do we go? Ah, he's up. Was ist das? This is the Hollow Archive. 7 logs. Corruption involved. Bit of waffle. Eyes are damaged. Can't find ship. Recover supplies. Log finishes and the machine whirs to life. Spitting out supplies. I have a hermetic seal. I need to repair my ship. Well, I think this is what we needed to do, which we've now done. We've got the hermetic seal and we need to get back to the ship. Analyze with less trigger. Ooh, okay, this is new. But we now have an analysis visor. What's this do? It can also be used to analyze flora and fauna, or fauna I believe to be plant life, and minerals. So flora and fauna, hang on a minute, no, so flora is plant life, fauna is animal and biological life, and I think minerals is just like rocks and stones and things like this, like copper is I guess a mineral. Analysis results commercially valuable data. Okay, so it wants me to find carbon nanotube. Begin analysis visor installation. Okay, nano visor. Grab visor. Go. Why is it not going? I have to do that. Analysis visor part. So is it done? Yeah. So this technology has other technology bolted to it. I really like that way. So I can put these on there as well.
Technology installed.
Yes. Okay, I'm going to make this thing a beast.
Toxic protection falling.
Okay, what was that one? A bolt caster. What does it do? Generally a weapon attachment for multi-tool, access, fire. So it's basically an actual weapon rather than the cutter that we're using to kill enemies. So by pressing Y and then R trigger to fire. I'm more interested with that, but I won't mess with it just yet. Now we need to gather carbon, which are these yellows. Yeah, this is fun so far. I mean, I know you said it might be a little bit a little bit complicated to start with, but it's fine. It really is fine. I'm enjoying it. There's a lot to take in, definitely a lot to learn, and I ain't even probably scratching the surface, but that's the good bit about it. It's going to take me a while. I'm going to enjoy doing it, and hopefully you guys are going to enjoy watching and coming along my derpy gameplay as we get there. Let me heighten my chair a bit. There we go. Oh, I've not made myself too high, have I? Sorry, I was AFK for a while, already here. For completing technology installation, you have to add those materials. Yep, awesome, done that. Mission, teach, gameplay, also in-game content sometimes takes loads of time to repeat some things. Again, that's that MMO vibe. That's, you know, if you've got that sort of brain, like if you played this and you loved it, maybe you should check out MMOs, because the way that this game plays and the way that I feel that it's going to be a time consumer and a game for life almost, if you know what I mean, as the updates roll out and things happen. I don't know if it's end of life at 1 decade old. I mean, I don't know if they're working on the second one or what. I know very little about the history of this game, because when it first came out, it was a shit show. And I just avoided it because it wasn't one that was on my radar. As I've been doing this 7 years now, and as I've gotten older, I've sort of found more appreciation for space games, for old MMOs, for ARPGs. Whereas before I was more into my, you know, basic first-person shooters, GTAs, things like this. Don't mean I don't play them now. Don't mean I don't enjoy them. As they are thick and fast, hilarious fun. But there is something of the old man of me that just loves to grind, loves to hang out, speak to other, you know, people with similar mindsets. The community's about them, that's for sure. I mean, the Stalker community is 1/2 gold and 1/2 toxic fuckery, and you have to deal with both of those. But when you play a game like this, I find that the community is majority nice, 90% nice, and that's what I go for now. You know, the trolling and the memes and the sort of, you know, crazy antics. That's all really just dead and gone now. I don't think it's monetizable. It's not something you can really do, and you don't want that environment when you're trying to play a game anyway. So I think the old days of Twitch and YouTube have gone. I think we're now looking at a more civilized environment as a whole, and you can take from that what you will, but I've been sort of watching the landscape change over the years, and it has grown with me, if you know what I mean, which I'm quite appreciative of. Alright, so we need to create this, and let's make sure we're all good. Yep, it's all looking pretty tasty. Now we need to finalize the installation. How do we do that? Ah, so you can attach it, but you have to put the, and I think you said that. You said I had to use the materials. Have to look at right. Game says what to do. That's it. No frustration here. No frustration here. I was once the same, going through all the learning things. Now I already know most of it. It's not all about the NMS. It is nice to watch someone who just starts. It reminds me of the initial gameplay. A lot of people say that when they do catch me doing the first impressions, because that's pretty much what we do. They do say that you've got that fun that, you know, that you lose over a little while. You know, it becomes your main game. You can kind of get a little bit systematic with it, a little bit robotic, and it's nice to have somebody who's fumbling through and having a laugh to bring you back into it. You know, bring that fun back, and maybe we can game together one day. I've got no problems with inviting people in and stuff. I just have to get used to a game and feel comfortable before I start getting that fatigue. And then when I get that fatigue, I'm like, come on, boys, jump in, let's have some fun. And we do the voice, and that's how we get to know each other, you know. I've made many friends from Twitch over the years, and they're still friends now. Analyze objects or rewards. Okay, so does that mean I need... Oh man, I need a hazmat gauntlet now. Jeez. So how do I analyze? I thought that was this. Maybe it's got different buttons. Hold left trigger and then right stick. Ooh. Okay, then what? Oh shit. Okay, that's way too fun. For a scan, that is way too fun. Let me go do some more of that. Here we go, there's a bug down here or something. I want to go scan that creature. Come here, you five-legged Mac Daddy. How many legs he got? Two. He's got about 10. Here we go, you 10-legged Mac Daddy. Sounds like a McDonald's the next big McDonald's burger. Then pop him. Sweet. Locate your starship. And do that in the visor. Place a custom marker. Is it that? Oh, it stays on the screen. Okay, that's awesome. It says I haven't done it, but I guess I have to get to the starship for this big box to go away. Here we go. Compass and analysis visor to navigate. That makes life a lot easier, and again, it's not as confusing to me now that we have this visor. I think that's the best upgrade we could have got. Yeah, this really does help. And you can tag stuff from there as well. That's awesome. And you can zoom? Hell yeah. I'm just pressing buttons at this point. Get him. So I'm guessing by scanning it, you then what, just, it goes into like some database that you then log everything. So when you get stuck and you're like, where do I find that item? It tells you what to go get or what to break or what to kill to find that item in your database. If it does that, this game isn't going to be confusing too much, because you're always going to have like a checklist, you know, you're always making notes, you're always scanning everything, which again takes time, and it's a burn, it's a bit of game padding, I think, but at the same time it's a game padding I really like. It's one where I'm at least feeling like I'm progressing. I'm adding to that log for future reference. Yeah, so far so good. Excuse me, I am not English native, so some things might be a bit wiggly. I don't know if you're taking a piss out of me or you. I don't know if you're saying I'm not native, so some of my things are wiggly. I get what you're saying though. Right, I need to get these, and I want to scan. Ooh. That a new one? If I've already scanned it, it won't let me scan it again, which is really good. Plus, if you've already... Oh, hang on, that one's big. Come up, son. Look at the state of that. What even is this? Offer it food. Okay, I'll offer it food. Creature pellets required. Oh, okay, you need to find the food or make the food. What, and then you can have a friend? Can I have a pet? I want a little monkey. Find a planet with a monkey on it. turn it into, you know, Wukong, and we'll have monkey magic. But I'm not a big fan of the depth of field. I'm seeing like the depth of field, if you look at the top branches there, it's very rare, but I am seeing a little bit of depth of field that doesn't look great. Maybe I can sharpen that up somehow. I'll work on that on the back end. When we come back, that's not doing that, but very rare. Hey, where's my ship? What does that say? Technology module. Buried. Hold to tag. Oh shit, sons. Okay, I like that system. So you could land on a planet, you could scan it from a high point, you could tag your most... I don't know if you could do more than one tag, I'm assuming you can, because that's how I would have built it. You can have like different tags, and then you can go and search those particular areas straight away. So you have points of interest as soon as you land on a planet. Even if it's just one tag, it still works. You just have to do one stage at a time.
Toxic protection falling.
Okay, let's get into this. We'll take the rusty metals. Plants! What? Why? Okay. Okay. Oh shit, what was that? What was that? These guys dropping bombs. What's going on? I'm gonna get caught in the middle of a war zone. Okay, we're not far now. Straight front in. Yeah, it's there. Straight ahead of us. Thank you, just Velena, is it? I appreciate that. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with it, but I appreciate it. Plants! Your English is fine, by the way. Your English is better than whatever native speaking language you are that I will try and pronounce for you, because I don't have any other language. Well, I know a little bit German. I know accents. I can do accents pretty well, so I'm told. But I plan to broaden my horizons very soon. Give me the booty. There you go. Butt shot. Look at the size of this big mama. Look at that. That is a rumpus right there, boys. Stacked in the back. I really need that data card because it's annoying me. I can't search these things and I don't want to leave without the data card. Hang on, there's a baby one. Oh, cool. I don't have to scan it because I've already scanned the other ones. I mean, that is a useless animal. That is no good for... Look at the slow. It's... What? What does it even do? Eats plants. That's it. It has no purpose. And it will look like that one day. You know what's nice though? It's nice seeing the environment just living without me. It's doing its own thing. I mean, I don't know what they're doing, but they're doing something, right? Okay, this is new. We get a scan on that? No. Ooh, I've got jade peas. Peas! Okay, this planet has everything I need. I could live here for the rest of the time. I don't need to explore. I've got crusty animals that are no threat to me. I've got, you know, valuable ore and zinc deposits. I've got oxygen. I can rebuild. I'll colonize this mofo. Of course, that would be boring to watch. Maybe an Ukrainian? You may be a Ukrainian. Oh, well, that's fair enough. Ukraine's good. Stalker 2. I mean, they managed to finish Stalker 2 over there, which was, you know, that's good shit. We had a game first impression of that, but we never actually went back. We've got to go back to that once the update's out. I'm waiting for the big update to drop on that one. Okay, repair the pulse engine. There you are.
Component repaired. Technology repaired.
50%, so it's not... I wouldn't want to fly on that. Okay, these ones we don't have. Damaged launcher. Repair launch thruster. This is cool. I feel like it's taking a little bit too long right now. Like, there's a lot to do here, which is fine. But it's like, how much damage did this ship take? And it never really explained why either. Refiners transport simple materials. Hold more for charge. Advanced technologies require refined materials. Craft deoxygen jelly. Use craft items in inventory. Okay, we're going to make some jelly. How many shall I make? Can I make more? Craft more. Okay, that's super simple. Can you see this? It's super simple. You just hold X and you can make more. That's actually really useful. I can consume peas. I get 5% life support after. Okay, eat a pea. Great. Okay, we're doing alright with these. Anything else need repairing? This thing's next. Pop that in there. I really like her voice. I very rarely say that. Them words very rarely leave my lips. But I do like the AI's voice in this one. Repair launch thrusters. Okay, that's the next bit. Crafting again. Getting into the habit of doing it. Let's make some more. Okay, I can make a bunch of these, so I'm just going to go ham with it. Can you make them all? Is there not an all button?
Toxic protection falling.
Seems like I can only do X amount of those one at a time. But we're good, we're good. So now it says access the build menu. Portable. Oh my god, what is this? Okay, I need to make this interface bigger. Cycle parts with less trigger. What does it want me to do? I'll put this somewhere. Or do I build it here? A vital part of the planetary equipment. The refiner allows gathered substances to be processed. The portable refiner can be dismantled and redeployed. I guess we just dump it on the floor, do we? There's one more super simple whilst you select a new item craft. You may change the amount of crafting. Okay, well I'm going to put this one down here. And then it says portable refiner pick up. Yeah, I might have fucked that. Can I not just put it into here? Access the build menu. Yeah, I'm a little bit confused with this bit. What does it want me to do with this? Like, I'm assuming I just put it down. Doesn't seem to attach to the ship. Or does it? Okay, now portable. Oh, I see. Pop these in now. And then what? Holy shit. Okay, this is now baffling my noodle. This is crazy. Don't really know what we're supposed to be doing. What happens if I put peas in it? Where's it going to output? Oh, it's unavailable. Okay, it doesn't process peas apparently. Not yet, anyway. What other options have we got? Metal. And that makes ferret dust, which we don't want. I don't want ferret dust. Advanced materials required. Pure ferret. Place ferret. It does want me to do that. Okay. Pure ferret dust. guess that's this. Yeah, it's making ferret dust. Press X to deploy. Yeah, stand it on land. Okay, I've got it. It's just for outside usage. Well, then I can break it down and put it somewhere else. Good stuff. Portable refiner, ferret dust 33%. So I've got to wait for that to be 100, have I? I think it just wants me to have dust. Hang on, I've got an idea. Let me take this out. Alright, and then maybe stop this. Because that's just going to keep going. And then put dust in there. Is that how it works? Maybe not. Yeah, I'm not seeing... Okay, maybe I'm done. No, it still wants me to mess with the refiner. Okay, I'm a little bit confused. You have to refine ferret dust due to pure ferret. Right, okay. So it's outputting ferret dust. You want me to drag that into here? And then it makes pure... Oh! So you refine once and then you bring it back and put it through again. Okay, like a washer dryer. Gonna take that and put that into there. Now it says use 50 of it. Okay, let's pop this back in. And begin. Right, okay, so 50 is pretty quick. On that note, I shall have a little bit of a rest. You also may place items in the output to input of the... Yeah, I tried peas. I tried peas. Okay, so I've got enough now. So stop the process. Take this, pop it into this end. There you go. And then we begin that one. Now it wants to make 50 of those. But I'm assuming it takes more of those to make the refined one, right? Gonna do it though. Perfect. And now we've got greenery. We'll go ahead and take this. And then, do we take this back out or should we leave the fuel in now? See what it says. Repair the launch thrusters. We are off. Launch thrusters by going in here and doing this one. Yeah, I think that's it. Starship repaired. Launch system online. Come on, bro. I ain't done anything in this game that is of worth for a video. But as a first impression, at least we got this bit out of the way, so we don't have to do it again. Right trigger to take off. Okay, we're actually going to be able to fly. Ooh, okay. Oh, that sound effect. It's got like rain on like a tin roof, but very low. Yeah, this is sick. Okay, so we're just like hovering. All systems functional. Seek answers among the stars. Okay, so we head towards... Oh, wow, indeed. We can head towards a bunch of icons, but I don't know which ones we need to. We've got white, which I'm guessing is home base. Yellow. Have a look. Do we have any navigational bits and bobs? Nothing in there. Ooh, here we go. Leave the planet. All systems functional. Fuel. Use right trigger. That's my booster. So to leave the planet, I'm guessing we just head straight up. Maybe not, maybe not. We're hitting the clouds. What am I doing? There's nothing on my waypoints on the top there. Tell me where to go next. Oh shit, we're off. All systems functional. Did we leave? I don't know what I did there. Many of the items may be continuously refined. So from the output, oh, so you can just like fill it up and then sod off and go do other stuff. Janus in space, that's it. We are in space, I just need to know how to get to the next part of our journey. I'm thinking just fly straight up, but then it kind of goes green, which has been a warning sign that we don't want to be there. Up to now, anyway. Those clouds could look better. Oh, there we go. Mirror Dome Far System. Oh, I guess we're in the middle of nowhere. Just head up. That's it. No icon for the next step. Orbital flight achieved. Test Starship system. Test flight controls with thrusters. Test boost with B. Oh, we've got boost. Pulse engine with left button, right button. So pulse engines brake, I don't. Oh, hang on. Engage in pulse. What was that? So if we want to go to this planet here, for instance, if I pulse to it, does that? Is that like a? Whoa! It's like a warp speed. Yes. Incoming message. Oh bloody hell! Better slow down. And answer the call with A. Incoming transmission. This is interesting. This is cool. I'm really vibing with this. Identify yourself. Is that because we flew close to this? You are not alone. Follow the That's no good. Okay, broadcast coordinates.
Navigational data received.
Ah, okay, he's going to guide us in. Ooh, okay. Boost move. 1,000, 2,000, 2,000. That's 1,000. I'm going to stop because that seems like we're going to hit it otherwise. Getting closer, but very slowly considering the speed it feels like you're going. Ooh, okay. Let's slow our roll for a minute. Do we fly through this thing? Can we fly through this thing? We have to go under and up. Can we do our scanner here? Yeah, left trigger. Bulb, copper. So each planet's going to have its own resources that you scan from space, whether you want to go there or not. And now it's gone to 7,000, but a minute ago it was, yeah, look, 1,900. Which one am I heading to? They all pretty much look the same. Ooh, okay, you just go straight for it. $3,000 there. I think it's the 1,400 they want us to go to. Yeah, just fly for it, try it, that's it. See what happens, son. I've banged my head many a times just trying it. Thank you very much. Ooh, okay, we are very close now. So if I just do this, I'm going to take a risk. Whoa. Jesus. We're now in the Atmos. Jeez. I thought it was going to smack into the ground. Either that or it was going to stop us. It kind of hits the ozone layer of that planet, and then you sort of slow down, which is fine. Tell you what, I mean, what they've achieved here is something else, isn't it? Like, you can see the other planet, and yet we're getting into the atmosphere. You can see the atmosphere building, starting to hit their, whatever their air supply is. You know, it's just really, really nice to see a game with this attention to detail now. Because it's free, right? It's freedom. It's the exploration, the procedurally generated. You never really know what you're going to get, you know? And how this game doesn't break. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced any game-breaking bugs lately, but it seems like a lot of people rate it. It's still pretty solid, even though it does a lot, you know? It's got a lot of freedom for itself, and yet it doesn't generate like a wall you can't get through. Or a planet that just F's up every time you enter it. Game-breaking. That's it. For 2016, you're right. But again, they had a lot of problems and a lot of issues with this game. Like I said, it was a fudge launch, really. But I knew after a couple of years, just like Cyberpunk, it was kind of the beginning, that era, like 2014 upwards. After the Xbox 360, you had this era of broken games. Like, everybody was releasing games that weren't finished. They thought they could get away with it, you know, blah, blah, blah. But they had good intentions. They all finished their games pretty much. Now, they'll release you an early access that's broken as hell, rubbish to play, and take your money and then just fuck off. That's not how the attitude of gamers were back in 2016 or any of that. We knew they were going to fix it. We just wanted to know when. You know, we just kept an eye on it. There's no bugs in the game, but don't tell it to anyone. Okay, so because they go out, yeah, they disagree. Ooh, what's that? Look at that. Don't think I should mess with it. It might have lasers. He might shoot me with his frickin' lasers. I'm going to try and land where this thing is. So that's 29 away, so not at all far. Is that 29 minutes? Okay, we might have to do a little bit. Oh, I can't boost in the Atmos. Okay, we just have to full speed it. So it's essentially, there's nothing stopping me from landing now and running there, gathering resources all the way if I really wanted to. There's nothing stopping me, and I like that freedom in a video game. I like that freedom in real life. But I'm definitely going to like vibe with it in real. That's why I play crafter builders and survival games. You know, I like to build a base and defend that base. You got the freedom to do what you want, build it how you want, create things. 7 Days to Die is a good one for that. You can create some mad things in that game. Okay, 15. We're about halfway. I like the way it sort of holds the speed for a bit when you let go. You can see, I don't know if you can see it, yeah, here. You can see it there. If I just like let go, it holds the speed at the end and then drops off. You're always moving forward. I'm sure there's an autopilot or something that later on we can get. Left trigger to approach to slow down, and then X to land. I don't think we have to be too close to it. And I'm assuming if we damage our ship by like flying into those rocks, then that's down to us to repair it, gather resources, and it just makes life harder. I'm trying to be careful, but I am flying kind of low. I just didn't want to miss the point. It says I've got a photon cannon down here, look. You know what I'd like to use? Joysticks. If you could fly this with joysticks, that would feel so much more immersive. I've been actually looking into joysticks secretly. We've got the racing rig, you know, we've got the Racing Shayna's channel where I do racing games. We do that during the summer. And during the winter I play MMOs and RPGs, and we play a lot of like Dying Light, games like this, you know, fun things. Dead Island. At the minute we're going through Silent Hill F. So we have a lot of like genres and a lot of avenues. That's why I kind of grow slow, because I'm always all over the place. But I would like to do flight sims, connect it to my chair and sit here and do flight sims. But I don't know if I want to get into it. It's expensive. It's, you know, it's something new, I guess. But there's not many people doing flight sim entertaining content, I don't think. Go for the marker fast. You may fly out. Oh, you can fly out the orbit, go to the marker and then come back in. That's a really good idea, yeah. I'll bear that in mind for the next one. This was a slower way to do it. Noted, my friend, noted. I'm assuming we get better ships, or maybe build our ship up to have faster speeds, because it does feel a little bit slow at this point. And again, I'm not that far off the ground, so this is about as fast as this thing will go on normal thruster. I don't mind this game because we're able to talk. I find a lot of games sometimes can take your attention, especially if you're playing like a Dark Souls style game. It's going to take too much attention span to be able to like talk to you guys. I can only really talk on like save points. This game I can talk pretty much the whole way through, which is annoying for most people, I would imagine. But once I get going, I don't stop. My ADD's like, go! Book shit for 4 hours straight and then run out of your vocal cords, and by Thursday I'm fucked. All worth it though, you only live once. YOLOs. Right, that's 10 away. Come on bros, this is taking ages. You forgot to tell me I had a booster on B. There we go. Jesus. Does that run out? I can't see a booster gauge anywhere. Seems like it's just going to keep going. Oh, something beeped at me. Not liking that. What was that? I think we're good. What's this? You can buy ships and NPCs. What? Don't spoil. Don't spoil. There's NPCs. Find ships on planets. What? Like other wrecks and stuff. And ship modules can... So, yeah, see, that's really good. So I can like rob off other ships and put parts on my ship to make my ship better. That's cool. Who was that? Oh, we've got to go and look at that. Right, we've got about 30 minutes, so I want to get to this point, land, get established, get as far across here and cover as much of this planet as possible, see what the natives are like, see what resources is given up, you know, finish some of these challenges, and then we're going to sum it up, do a final thoughts. We're back Tuesday and Wednesday, we've got games all week, and then I'll be editing this one probably a couple of weeks from now, so when that's up on the channel, I'll be then coming back to live. So if you want to know when I'm going to stream your game again, if that's your game of choice, then all you got to do is look at when the video comes out. It will be somewhere a week or two after that, because I'll need another part, so I have to go and film another part. So that's what we're going to be doing. This is definitely a long running game for the channel because I feel it's got MMO elements, it's got RPG elements, it's got crafter survival buildings. I think it has everything all combined under one roof, and it's in space. So definitely a good fit for me, definitely a good fit for the channel. It just took me a decade to get there, just like YouTube. Ship modules can make it in many ways. Well, again, I want just faster. I think speed, especially in this area, like you said, you can fly out and come back in. But I think the speed is a bit of an issue for me here. Probably the way I'm doing it, but I like to do it this way. That's right. Wobble them next. Excitement coming in. We've actually got the channel to a good point where, you know, I only have to do, if I didn't have 3 channels, I mean, I could probably do like 6 months of a year if I was just running MMO. Do 6 months recording, 6 months editing, and then that's a pretty good routine. That might be the case. We'll see how it goes. Depends how popular the channel gets. If we hit 10k then that's going to be the main channel for sure. But racing's good because it sort of trickles itself. Like, you don't have to do much for that. Once you film something, as long as it's entertaining, it's pretty much going to get watched over and over again. Whereas MMO, you find if you don't put nothing out, you don't get nothing, right? One of those. You might get dribs and drabs, but you won't get your, you know, core following, which on average is about, I think it's about 25 to 50,000 a month at the moment. But that's mostly shorts, you know, mostly views off of shorts. So I'd like to get more long form. That's just personal though, but for those who have ever run a YouTube channel, you probably understand how hard it is to even get noticed, let alone any views. Okay. This is with boost on, you know, we're still taking this long. 3 minutes. Ooh, hang on. Oh, I thought I went past it. So I'm assuming as well, this is a big assumption, that some planets will be passive and some planets will be hostile. So when I enter a planet, it could be that there's other people there, or other NPCs, let's say, that might not want me there. There's other bases, other like ships that might attack me. And I might just think like, F this and get out of there if I'm not equipped for it. Because I'm seeing a lot of like rockets going off and people shooting at the ground, but that's just kind of background noise at the minute. None of it's aimed at me, so I'm happy for that. I'd be happy with that if that was the case. You know, if we had multiple biomes with multiple enemy types as time. You said you did, what was it, like something like 50,000 hours or something ridiculous? You must have seen everything the game has to offer. Slower roll. Ooh, okay, this looks promising. Yeah, we're going down there. Okay, 1 minute or 1 hour, I'm not sure, that's 1 hour. Your thoughts are not far from the real. That's fair dues then. Again, I'm just trying to like preconceive where this game's going to be fun for me and what I would like to see in it, and if that happens it's going to be like a shocker to me, because although I preconceived it, I haven't seen it yet. So I'm looking forward to, you know, uncovering all these things. I don't look up reviews. I haven't looked up a single, that's the thing, I've never seen footage of this game since release, like since it got hyped at the beginning. I didn't look anything up. I don't have time. So what I tend to do is just wing it, and a lot of people like sometimes confused as to how I don't know about this game. And I don't have time to learn every game. I can only do so much, you know, and I can only see so many trailers. And even then, I don't really like trailers because they could spoil my initial impression. So I tend to just hide from things like IGN and all this. I mean, IGN, to be honest, I haven't used in years because their rating system is just, I don't know. I've been told that I should do out of 10, not out of 5, because it gives a bit more of an accurate reading. That's probably true. But then IGN do that, and they always give crap games 8s and good games 4s. And I'm like, they lie. Well, I didn't want to say that, but like, if you can't trust the trustworthy, you know, the people that are supposed to be on your side as gamers, who do you trust? So again, I just started to do this because I wanted to connect with people rather than tell them anything. You know, I'm not here to tell you what to do, what to buy, what to think. I'm here to play a video game and show you my enjoyment. And if it's a negative experience, you'll feel that, you'll see that, you'll hear that. And then you might decide not to buy it, you know, because it might save you time, you know, not buying that crust that they're hyping up. Oh, careful, careful. Okay. I think I'm just going to land because I'm not really sure if we're in the right place. That was an awful landing. What? I'm in the middle of a bush. That's cool. It would be nice to see him get out. Do you know what I mean? Some sort of animation of him doing like a slide or a flip out of there. Okay, cool. Let's scan the area. Let's see what's what. We've already got unidentified stuff, although it is just ferrous dust, it is unidentified. So I guess we can do this. Check out some stuff. Target aligned. Hang on. Estimated distance 170. What target? Trying to get out of these weeds. I've landed in some... I'm going to have to clear this area because, you know, this is just nonsense. We break this big one. Go on, son. No way. That's not going to break. No. Even with all my heat. Okay, it said it had a target. Where's that? Oh, it's there. That is so cool. That is so awesome to see them fly over like that. I don't know, I'm just like flabbergasted. What was the... I'm going to tell you a game at the end when I do the finale of this one. I'm going to find a game in my Steam library that I found, and it was by accident, and it was just such a great space game. It's not like this, it's more of a Command and Conquer style game, you know, like a RTS. But oh, it was so good. Right. See, my routine goes, I'll stream for 4 hours, roughly. I'll go and have dinner. I'll settle down, watch a movie or something, just to like shut my brain down. And then I'll edit for like 4 to 5 hours a night. I go to bed about 1 o'clock every night. And I wake up by about 9 o'clock every morning. And then I go straight to making the clips from today. And then I go to another live stream, 4 hours, and do the same routine every day up to the weekend. And then on the weekends I go ham. I just do what I want to do when I want to do it. Sometimes I work, sometimes I don't. But like, if you don't have that routine, I don't think you can ever really make a dent in the amount of stuff you need to cover and do starting a YouTube channel or being a YouTuber or any of that business. So you have to have like a real regimental type thing. And unfortunately it's you know, without you guys, it's very lonely. It's like a lonely, you know, most people who have achieved anything in life is normally lonely people, unfortunately. You don't see Michelangelo getting the boys round to help him paint the 16th chapel. You know, it just didn't happen. He did it by himself, right? You're definitely going to see loads of wow moments. That's perfect. That is perfect. Again, I want this guy to be able to go that side and run. I just wish he was over, because he's right here. And to edit that is not as good as editing him if he was on the other side of the screen. You know, like some third-person shooters, you can like, when you're aiming, you can like shift the perspective over to that way so the camera moves. It's not so much the characters move, it's just move the character over by moving the camera. If they had that, that would be so awesome. There might be a mod for it, maybe. Whoa, little blokey. What's that? Come here, dudes. I'm going to have to shoot it just because we haven't got it yet. Oh, hang on, I can do this. It's a gut sea gika. I can't pronounce you, bro, so you got to go. No pronunciation, you don't exist. Okay, basic stuff pretty much here. Ooh, okay, back to the ship. Terrain manipulation. So we can do this, and it says mine for copper. Not another tool. Where's it gone? I can't seem to rotate this. 100%. Bit. Oh, okay, we can only have 2 attachments. Is that right? Nowhere else to put it. Terrain manipulate apart. I think I've done it. I think it's on, but it's flashing. Why are you flashing? Install technology. Carbon nanotubes. I have none of 2, so I need to make carbon nanotubes. We have our first challenge. Work out how to get carbon nanotubes. I'm guessing the refinery that they taught us to use, but I might be wrong. I want to clear some of this mess, so when I get my ship, it's actually quite clear around it. I landed in the middle of forestry. cool. Right, so if we now go to builds, base computer, that's a new one. When placed, contact Universal Cartographic Archive. Establish ownership of the land. We can colonize it. Craft nanotubes at an empty inventory slot. But just in my basic... Hang on, what's this? Where does this go? Analyze the geode with X. Okay, analyzed. Now what? Terrain manipulation. It says mine copper. And build a base computer and terrain manipulator. Getting technical, boys. It's getting technical. Right, so we're going to have to build one of those. You can... What? You could do colours? I did that by accident. Holy shit. Yeah, blatantly the purple. Look at that. With a white bottom. Not really white, is it? It's more blue. Orange. Where's white? What's this? White and orange. That's the only colour I can get there. Okay, so we need to make some of those metals, which I think possibly come out of this. I don't know. I feel like every planet you're going to be dropping one of these. Okay, so we need to put some fuel in this bad boy.
Technology recharge.
Now, how do we make those things? Trial and error, isn't it? This one, tritium. That makes dihydrogen. What are these names? What do we need? Sodium is used to charge hazardous protection. Mine copper to build base. That's going to be copper, is it? Mining copper requires a terrain manipulator. It'd be nice if it told you what it was going to output as you highlight each one. So this thing, for instance, rather than having to drag it in there and see what it does, it'd be nice if it just had some in the description. This equals this, machine equals that. And then you can just hover it. But I might just be being lazy. So salt makes chlorine. That's fair dues. Make a few of those. I don't know what we need them for, but I'll make them anyway. We'll get like 20 of those. Just because we haven't had salt yet. I'll pop them back. Craft nanotubes at an empty inventory slot. Nanotubes. Inventory. So that's... Can I do it here? This one, menu tubes. Ah, there you go, carbon nanotube. So I'll make a bunch of those because I don't want to might forget how to do it. I'm actually taking a lot of resources, pretty easy stuff. What else might we need? We have jelly, we've got jelly. What are these things? We ain't got these. There we go, we'll have them. There. Now we need to do the old crafting business. We go to this one. Now it says we need chromatic metal. How the hell do I make chromatic metal? Nanotubes, yeah, in this one. If that works. There. Request operation unavailable. Okay, that's not it. That's not going to work either. Oh, they need to give me more of a guide here. Mission log. Where's my mission log then? It says check mission log. Maybe hold select. Nope. Ah, start. Establish base. Terrain manipulator is an advanced multi-tool attachment that allows... Yes, I have it. Establish a base. Build the terrain manipulator. I thought we did that. I'm confused now. What? Okay, you was right. I needed those to put into that, but it didn't. It was like almost backwards. It should have had that on the gun and then told me to add the material, but instead you add the actual part to the material once you've made the material. But it seemed a bit strange that it does it that way round, but I'm new, so bear with. Okay, good. Right, so what's now? So left trigger to locate the deposit. Bus is the deposit. We need to get copper. So copper deposit is the little, what would that be? Like a kite icon. You can tag it. And we'll bounce. That's 900 away. It goes down pretty quick actually. Oh, I've enjoyed today. That's the main takeaway from it. I've really enjoyed exploring, investigating, learning. I think it's hurt my brain. I think my eyes have strained, but it's definitely been worth it. I feel like it's a good base to build upon now for me to go away, play it some more, learn it some more, get the video out, and then we can come back a little bit stronger, a little bit more knowledgeable. Have a piece of that. What the hell is that? He doesn't look friendly. We'll leave him be, I think. Get back power surge fading. I'm going to have to start replenishing my stuff. Journey milestone accomplished. I travelled 8,000 U, which is an accomplishment in itself. That's okay, you'll get it. That's it. Look at this. Listen to that. Look at this. All combined. Now I've got my blaster out, which I haven't used yet. Ooh, that's red. I was hoping it was going to be a completely different weapon. That we were going to get like pulsar rays and taser guns. Ooh. Hey, is this what we need? No. It's still all the way over there. Do you know what I get? I feel like they should make a Jurassic Park game, but like based around this whole exploration, you know, open world, but with dinosaurs. As you go through and you come to like different gates, different areas, you meet new dinosaurs and you can, you know, scan them, investigate them, and just do like all of this stuff with those dinosaurs. Befriend one, you know, have a raptor you can ride on. The way that they're rebuilding this Jurassic Park game, and the same with James Bond, they both look very whack right now. They're looking very safe. They've played it safe. They're boring, generic. They're gonna suck basically. I don't think they're gonna be making many sales, and it's because they're big names. They're kind of playing it too safe. I think this game's great because it didn't have to play it safe, and it made many mistakes, and it learned a lot of lessons along the way. But it stayed around. A lot of these games that shut down, you just burn people's faith in your company. If you say you worked for a really reputable company and then put a bit of trash out, and then that trash gets taken down because people are unhappy with it, Instead, where's the sustainability? Where's the bit where you say, okay, sorry guys, I'm going to fix it. We're going to rebuild it. We're going to bring it back stronger. That gives you confidence. And this company and the devs have displayed many times now that they can take the hit, they can take the hatred, and then come back stronger, and they can make something that lasts the test of time. Now, this game probably won't never go dead, because it's always going to have new people discovering and finding it without any of those history or issues. And like myself, I don't really know all of the ins and outs. I just know that it had a rocky start. That doesn't mean anything to me. It just, you know, I'm judging it as it is now. And as it is now is really, really nice to play. It's just a fun, great game. I mean, it's got so many mechanics and so many things to see and do. It just, so far it's kind of like, let's say, a little bit plainer than I thought it was going to be. The environments that we've hit are kind of like sandy wastelands. But when I get into those other, like you say, standout moments where you go, wow, you know, this place is fully green, or this place is fully purple, and you've just got like all of these crazy plant life and animals walking around, that's when it's really going to hit home. And hopefully I can do that whilst you guys are here, because I don't think I'd want to do that by myself. I'd want to share that first initial experience. So I will be bringing it back soon, definitely. Okay, gather copper 60. Okay, where do we get that from? We're right next to copper. The thing was, I pinged one, but it seems to have disappeared now. Unless I'm right on it and it's not showing. That's dust. Where's copper then? These? You? Ah. Could be down now. New type of rock. They are currently developing a game in a Fantasy 1 planet world. You mean in a fantasy world, which would be a multiplayer and based on their own NMS engine. You removed the previous marker for the copper deposit, it happens. Hold on, let me find a new one then. Let's find the closest one. 800s, yeah, 600. Surely there's one closer than that. Some sort of wheat there. Yeah, like 406. So we'll go for the 4. I'm going to go and get the wheat. So they're working on a new game. Do you know what? I feel that's a shame. I just want a sequel to this. Well, I'm new, so maybe I'll burn out and expect something better. I don't know, but I just feel like more of this, maybe not even looking better than this, just more of it. Whoa, buddy. And I thought that other one had a fat ass. That's huge. Oh, okay, we've got actually enemies that are attacking. He was not happy I went near him. They're all a little bit mental on this planet, aren't they? Here's some. They die super easy. Okay, where's my copper gone? Where did my copper go? No way I'm running 7. Okay, I've got to get used to this. I'm not very good at like finding a specific material. I chose one, I headed towards it, I apparently took the tag off of it. That was stupid, and I don't know how I did it or why I did it, and it was a little bit annoying. because I was right there. Yeah, that's carbon. There's no copper here, is there? 1,000. Debris. Ah, look, 200. Right, gotcha. Somewhere over there. Hit tag, so it will be visible on the visor. Oh, this, yeah, this over here. Good idea. So I think that's what I did. I tagged it, but then I just relied on running like this, which then obviously doesn't show you as clearly. It does show you, to be fair. I mean, it's no excuse. I just untagged it for some reason by accident. Again, now I'm here, which is the wheat that I pinged. There was copper here. It said there was copper here. Now it's gone again. Oh, copper deposit. No, 900. That's ages away. It keeps fucking me around. Right, let's pick one. How is that 600? It looks like the furthest one away. Gotcha. Right. That's what I should have been doing. Up of the side, few meters. Really? This one? No, I don't think so, bro. I mean, you're probably right, but I can't see it. I'll go with this one. It's not that far. Plus, I get to do the waste and stuff. There's some sort of resource thing there, disposable waste or something. And I'm getting my steps in as well, bro. Ooh, 10k. Okay, this game looks actually better in the dark. Look at the lighting from my jetpack. I very rarely say that as well. I very rarely say that video games look better in the dark. They normally go either too dark, or you know, you go through a door, you can't see fuck all once you go in now. Like, what was that one we just played? I think it was, hang on. There was one that's really bad for that. I mean, it's purposely done, but it did stand out. Let me go to my library and have a quick look. I know what it starts with. Right, so the one I'm thinking of, that does that is No Rest for the Wicked. That game purposely is very dark, but when you go through certain areas, you cannot see a thing, and you're kind of like relying on very glinty lights. Maybe enemies produce like lights off of their bodies. That's the only thing you can do to sort of find yourself around. If this is as dark as this is going to get, this is great. This actually feels like a summer's night, and the lighting of this jetpack, so good. I wonder if the team got bored, you know, because this is a decade old now. I wonder if the development team ever thought to themselves, I'm fucking sick of this little spaceman. Do you know what I mean? Coming into work every day, working on a game that just got so big. Like, it's huge now, right? Like, I haven't heard the hours that it takes if it can ever be finished. Procedurally generated usually means that there's always something new happening. Right, 50 U's. Here we go. Gonna just try and hit this copper wherever it is. I think it's this stuff, isn't it? I'll just scan it. Right. Ooh. Am I not right here? Is this not copper? Equipped the... Oh! Oh, no wonder I couldn't find the fucking stuff. It's under the ground. Is it? I don't even know if I'm doing this right. I'm not getting copper. Is it buried under there? Is that it? I don't know if that's it or not. No, it's not. That highlighted icon is a deposit icon for any deposit, but you are in the visor. It shows you many markers. Hang on, let me work this out then. So all of these markers, there's copper. It says copper, 100%. Look. You found a magnetized ferret deposit, but not copper one. So I have to try all these icons to get copper, even though it says copper. Or did I do something wrong? Hang on, let me fix myself. To be honest, I just found these and we need them, so it wasn't such a bad plan. Or muff, should I say. It wasn't a bad muff. Ooh, I fell. Shit. Now where am I? Damn. Yeah, they look cool. Go in for those. Marrow bulb, I like the idea. What are they going with there? I can go down now. Damn, I bet it's copper down now. Okay, where's my waypoint gone? There. There has to be one closer than that. Goddamn salvage container's better than that, look. Go to that first. Yeah, you have to go for what you need. Well, I mean, the copper, it does seem like I mean, I thought I pinged copper. I don't know why it gave me the other stuff. Maybe it was my mistake. Don't know. Okay, so this is carbon. What am I supposed to do with this? Shoot it. Okay, maybe not. Okay, so we've got some stats on the left here. It says place marker, blah blah blah. Golding hot. Ooh, hang on, what was that? I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this. It doesn't really tell me. Maybe I'll leave it until it directs me to it. You have to do nothing with an industrial waste for now. Oh, okay, yeah, so I've got to wait. Thank you for the guidance. We're 300 away from waypoint. And that better be a copper one, otherwise I give up. I'll get my ship and fly away. I'll say this planet, it'll lie. And I'll leave. Cannot go. To me, it looks like it's just sitting there, just waiting to be plucked. It looks like it's just going to be a copper ball of, you know, like a rock. I should just run up to and see, but I don't know. I'm not overly confident right now. Yeah, you can sod off and all. Look at the size of him. He would literally oof us if he took a dump right now. He's a big one. He's got a life bar. Okay, that's new. Jeez, there we go. Myself 20 meaty chunks. Is that copper? Come on now. Why is it not digging it? Can you dig it? Oh shit. You know what? That was cool enough to justify its wait time. Alright, woman. What's her beef?
Technology recharge.
Trying to think where I can get rid of some inventory slots now. Do I have copper though? Have I got enough copper? What are these? I've got 2 lots of these. We're not drag and put them there. And they're not combined. This one's crystal flesh. This one's lumpy brainstem. Ooh, I don't fancy that as much. You're out of space for the copper. I know. How can I drop this shit? I don't want the lumpy, fleshy nastiness. Discard with right stick. Okay, cool. Now we bust this up. There we go. You know, I mentioned it at the beginning of the live. The red, what was it called? Red faction destructibility. This is what I crave in games. The physics, you know. It has everything. It's ticked all the boxes for me so far to make a good video game. All the elements are there. Now I need to get back to the ship. So to do that, I'm going to go like that, and then I'm going to look for the ship. Is that greenery? No, industrial waste. My ship had a very Pacific icon. There it is. Now I'm going to ping it. And hopefully we get back before there's any radiation pour outs or dodgy rain or thunder fireballs or anything weird. We should get back in time. Now it says analyze the crystal fragments. Okay. Done. Copper to create a... Oh, so I need the refiner. So I was right. I did need the refiner. I kind of got that bit a little bit early. Didn't have any copper to hand. And it's not that far back to the ship. So I think I just fumbled a little bit by not realising that maybe I pinged the wrong resource or he was just in the wrong area. So I'm going to have to keep an eye on that in future. See, when he runs, he's in a good place. It's just when I stop, he comes like right over. And then when I want to shoot or whatever, like this, he comes right into my vicinity. So I'd like him to go the other way. Maybe if I put the gun in the other hand, does he then zoom in the other side of the screen? As in it make him left-handed. Has anyone actually tried that? Ship is always visible in the compass of your screen. Ah, at the top there? Okay, I'll bear that in mind. You are full of helpful hints, my friend. Appreciate that. I've got the wrong gun, hang on, I've got the wrong one. I've not wanted to play with my mouse and keyboard once as well. That's something I will mention. So couch, you know, chilling with this one on the couch. Just gonna work in the evenings, you know, relaxing. So good. I didn't actually plan to make this stream as long as it is, but it just keeps on going, so we need to get back to the ship and kind of wrap it up. I've learned how to use the jetpack to not take damage when I land. What are they? They look like funky glowing bananas. Fireberries. I'll have a bit of that. Oh, they're hot peppers. Nice, make myself a nice stir fry now. Please. Please what? What do you mean please? What, finish? Are you addicted? Can you not leave or something? Am I driving you mad? Ah. There we go, we're there. So we're going to craft what we need to craft, get this out of the way. So we're at a clean slate for when I come back. And like I say, I might just go through and do a few more of these tutorials. Yummy stir fry, that's it. Okay, where's my refiner? There it is. Let's pop this into there and where's me copper? There you are. And that's going to produce chromatic metal. I don't know how many of these we need. I can make 30, so I'm just going to make 20. Or should I just make 30? Sod it. Let's make 30. You were thankful, so that's my please. I appreciate that. Nothing but a gentleman. Right, let me put this away. Boom. And now all we need to do is go to the base computer and build it. Happy days. Yes. Okay, searching cartographic archives. Say that 3 times fast when you've had a couple of gins. Nice. Okay, base construction unlocked. Okay, we are unlocking a bunch of stuff right now. Region of the planet. Base computer online. Search base computer archives. Use X at the terminal. I'm guessing it means this. $9,200 follows. I wish, mate. Here we go. So now we can construct bases, shelters, harsh environments to protect us. Expand base earnings to construct blueprints and return to your base to store, process items and explore. So that's where we're at, and I think maybe if you guys recommend me making that as a video, we can do that. I can leave the game alone and we can go through the tutorial together, or if you want me just to clear it so that we can actually get onto exploration and things like that, I can do that too. So if you just give me a shout out, that's what I'll do. If you like the video, again, the more likes each live gets, then that's really where I go back to the quickest. That's just how it is, you know, you've got to go with the flow. So this says I can now start building a shelter. So what I'm going to do is save my game. Let's have a look, see what we do here. All of this I haven't even touched. I ain't looked through any of my catalogue or anything. There's so much to do here. So establishing a base, and that's where we're at. So if we go to quit, to mode select, rename current save, and I just auto save over the top. I think I just loaded another save. Hopefully it's not too far back or anything. I thought we were going to wipe over it. Oopsie. I don't think it's going to actually save from there though, will it? It just loads the other save and then you can go forward again if you want. Yeah, it's still there. My little robot thing's still there. Okay, let's do mode select then. God, these buttons are fiddly when you want to try and do something intricate. Bosh. I'm not great at the English language. That's fine. I'm not great at what was you from? Ukraine. I'm not good at Ukrainian. Right, guys, what do we think? Let's have a go. Oh. Right, what do we think of No Man's Sky? Well, it's just a win-win, isn't it? It's not perfect game, because no game is perfect. But I would say, for my small rating, which I'm going to be changing soon to 1 to 10, but at the moment, I think it's a 4.5, right? It has to be. It's nothing wrong with it, essentially. No glitches, no bugs. And again, I go by the 5 rules, right? So visual, sound effects, playability. Is it? Did it have any bugs or glitches? And is it fun? They're the 5 key points I sum any game up on the base. And then I sort of take my feelings, i.e. am I having fun, on top of that. I had fun the whole time. You guys have been great. I've enjoyed it. I think it's one of those games that just has many, many hours to lose yourself in. At $20, it was a steal. I would pay $20 all day long for this one. And I think I've had nothing but a joy today for 4 hours straight nearly. So I'm going to say it's a 4.5 out of 5. And we're definitely picking this up again. Now, if you want to see me do the base building, continue the tutorial at the flow we've been doing it, then you need to leave me a comment or leave a like on this video. If not, I'll go ahead and do that. Come back and we'll do the exploration once I've kind of finished the tutorial. and we're actually into like proper missions. I'll probably do my first mission, realize I'm in a mission, and then we can start from now. But I do plan to bring this game back within probably 3 to 4 weeks, because I have to edit and there's a long time involved and there's a bunch of other games that we need to get through. So I think that's the time period between the next live, about 4 weeks. But if you just follow the channel and whatnot, there will be a notification to let you know we're playing it and when we're playing it. We stream Monday to Wednesday, or Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Either way, catch us on a Monday, you'll find out. Join Discord if you're not already joined Discord. Exclamation mark Discord in the chat on Twitch. And if you want to join Discord, just send me a private message over on YouTube in the comments. I can drop you a Discord link easily. All that good stuff. Bubs has just put the Discord link up on Twitch there if you want to go join us. And you can send me private messages and say hi, you know, do you fancy, how you getting on? Do you fancy playing this game? Blah, blah, blah. That all being said, I'm running out of breath. My voice is going. I've got 2 days to go yet. So links in the description down below. Everything you want to know is on the channel. If you haven't already subscribed, consider subscribing. And thank you for all of your love, time, and attention. I know your viewership is very much appreciated. Your viewership is very much appreciated, and your time is very valuable. So I thank you for spending it with me. That being said, peace out. Look after your mum, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. You get lots of video and stream time doing those tutorials. So go through all that hassle. So you want me to go and just pick it up from here, yeah? That sounds like a good shout. And again, yeah, like you said, it's like free content, right? So I'm just following the guide and doing it, and you guys can help out. Right, I don't think I'm going to leave this game too long. Like I say, I'm going to try and get back to it as soon as possible. I know this week's and next week's schedules are set in stone. I'm then got a week of editing, so then I'm back. So week 4, that's when it'll be. So basically, if you want a date, roughly, to keep an eye out if you just like this game, it's going to be March. Where in March will we be? March. It's either going to be March week starting the 2nd or March starting the 9th. So those weeks there, 1 week will have this game in it. So you can keep an eye out for that one. That all being said, you've been great, guys. Especially big shout out to Dimitro and a big shout out to my man Tavi. Appreciate that. All your help's been greatly appreciated. I hope you enjoyed your time with us, and I hope I didn't fumble too hard and it wasn't too painful for you. Yeah, thank you for joining me, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out. Look after yourselves. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.